Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. If you stayed up late last night, you were in for a treat in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow.
Yeah.
They sent a text out that I was going to lose it.
Yeah. We don't want Bill to lose it. And
The first 2 hours are all NBA.
That'd be great with me. You know,
Well, did you not watch the game last night?
watched it, yeah.
The whole thing?
Oh, I didn't watch the first half.
Okay, that's
So he
fine.
wa- he
Okay,
watched the part
then
that
you
matters.
watched the whole thing.
you watch the
Yeah.
part that matters.
Yeah.
Just whipping by my TV, doing things around the house like that, with then just completely checked out. Like it's 7-something to go.
Uh-huh.
I think it's an 18-point lead.
Yeah.
7 minutes to go, 18-point lead
Oh, no.
at home.
Oh, no.
Knicks, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that.
game's
Oh, no.
over.
Parallel
Also,
lives.
I go in to do something, come
Parallel
back
lives.
out, throw the ball for sugar.
Unbelievably. 124, 121.
Yeah, I sit down and they just hit the
Same.
3 to make it a 2-point. I'm
Same.
like, I look at Laura. I go, what happened?
Parallel lives.
What happened?
I gave up on it. It's- That Knicks were up 17. And I took a phone call and I went outside and I came back. It was 124 to 121.
Same thing. Whoa.
That
That is
Same thing.
parallel
Same thing.
lives.
Parallel live. Unbelievable. But yeah, it was. And then it was on. Like, geez.
Oh, I mean that, and it was. So here was the part, the most phenomenal stat of the whole thing.
Mhm.
They were, whatever they were down, whatever 14, whoever it was 14
Indiana.
with 2:34 to go.
2:34 to go.
But here's the kicker: the Knicks scored 6 points. They scored 20 points in the last 2:34 or
Yeah.
whatever. They scored 20.
I know.
It wasn't like the Knicks didn't score. They scored 6 points. 20 points. Imagine sitting there going, listen, last 2.5 minutes. If we can just get 20 points,
Yeah,
I think
no.
we'll be fine.
How'd the Knicks give up 20?
20 points in
It's
2:34.
pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a lot of offense. It was an incredible game. By the way, like the other series is not even close to this one
No.
in terms of value, in terms of entertainment value. It's not.
So-
Well,
the
it's
one-
through one game, though. We can't
No,
go,
but
don't
still,
give
no,
up on
it's
that
not.
series
It's
quite
not.
yet.
There's never a time I'm going like, please, hey,
No,
where's the Timberwolves
No.
OKC
it's
game
not going to
at?
be the same.
And they get the MVP playing too, but it still doesn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what that was like walking out of the Garden last night.
Oh God.
I couldn't imagine what it was like
You
walking
had
out
the
of the
game
Garden.
wrapped
A lot
up,
of
and then you
therapy.
just gave it
A lot
away.
of therapy.
A lot of therapy. Just people. Oh my God.
So
yeah.
you're thinking if you're a Knicks fan, it's like we're probably going to win this series. Now I don't know how they win the series.
Well,
I really don't. I don't know how from watching. I just to win the series will take a monumental effort, and they were going to have it basically kind of like, all right, we're kind of not have it won, but driver's
yeah.
seat, really good spot, really good
I
spot.
don't know. I don't know. Now I'm not ready to proclaim that. Like that.
I'm taking it. I'm going Pacers.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's
I'm
over.
not
6.
ready to do
I'm going
that.
Pacers and
The
6.
Pacers are good though.
They are good.
It's a well-constructed team that flew under the radar because I don't think they played much defense during the regular season.
That's
They score a ton of points. They have it all season.
yeah. My concern is
I don't think they play much defense.
No.
my concern is that I think the Indiana's the better team.
I think they might.
And
they might be.
and they had a chance to be down 0-1.
Right.
That gave you your chance. When you let one get away that was just a giveaway.
Yeah. It was yeah. There's a lot going on in that game. I had totally forgotten about Reggie Miller's choke song.
God.
The
I
choke.
didn't-
Yeah, the
I
choke.
didn't like
yeah.
Halliburton doing that, but it didn't bother me nearly as much when it dawned on me, oh yeah, Reggie did that too. So it was sort of an ode to the past.
Didn't bother me. Most of them
Didn't
play with didn't bother me.
God, it bothered me. I wondered if it bothered you.
No, just because
'Cause you're a coach.
Because I was watching because I watched the Reggie Miller thing happen live.
So that instantaneously that's what he was doing?
Yes.
Oh, I
absolutely.
didn't.
Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't.
Yes,
I wondered if as a
And
coach you would
I'm
say,
assuming he also
Dial it
pointed.
back.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have been like, hey, listen, as like, hey, listen, we're down 2. If we hit this one, make sure you hit the choke signal. I would not be saying
Don't forget
that.
it.
Don't
to
forget-
Reggie.
Ode to Reggie. Yes, that would not be a, hey, time out. Remember, ode to Reggie. No, I'm not saying that at all. And if I was a coach, I'm not saying a word in the locker room to him.
It's not.
But I'm also not being like, oh yeah, that's just. But also the thing was he pointed. So
At
was
the bench.
was the point at the bench or
At
was
the
it
bench.
was it at Spike?
Oh,
Ooh,
might have been. Spike.
who
I
was
think
this-
it-
yeah,
I
who
thought it
was
was
that
at the.
too?
I think maybe both. I think he looked at Spike then pointed at the bench. If he pointed at the bench, that would really anger me if I was in.
That bothered me. That
Yeah.
would bother me a little bit.
I'd come after him a little bit.
But I believe when Reggie did it, it was to Spike Lee.
I think so. Yeah.
I think now just help me out there. I saw it live, but
I mean,
it's been a few years ago to really recall it accurately. Like 30. To really where I was sitting at watching.
the shot to force overtime goes so high off off the back rim. You remember the Kawhi Leonard shot a couple years
Sure.
when Kawhi beat
remember. I think it
the
was-
Sixers? Again, it bounced around. This thing was so high.
Oh,
It
yeah.
comes right in the hoop. Like that,
Strange.
that
And when-
doesn't happen.
when
It
it
doesn't
went-
happen like
No.
that.
When
Doesn't.
it went up to, I'm kind of like, hang on. I did go, I mean,
It
straight
comes
up.
right in.
Yeah. Kawhi hit that. I think it was 2019.
That's
Is
correct.
that right, Rudy?
That's right. It's 19
I had
against the
zero
Sixers.
knowledge of that shot. Zero
He hit
knowledge
it
that
from the
did
corner.
he? And zero knowledge
Yeah,
of that.
he
I
hit
think
from
that won the series, I believe,
I
for
believe it
Toronto.
Was it the conference? Series?
Eastern Conference Finals,
Yeah.
descended to the finals.
Yeah.
He hits
It was-
an epic shot that bounced around, but
it was
this one
very
last
similar.
night
Very
goes straight up in the air.
It was similar. It was very similar in the reaction too. Like you're like, what just happened?
I watched the interview at the end, and they interviewed Halliburton. Is that how you say it?
Yes, Halliburton.
Halliburton.
What's his first name?
Tyrese.
Yeah.
He went to Iowa State.
Iowa State.
I can't. Yeah,
He's a Cyclone.
I'm not a Halliburton fan, so just.
Oh, I don't know how you
understand.
can not be a fan of
All
that.
right. Well,
That's
I mean,
just because of Iowa
he
State.
made a
That's
huge.
it.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm just not a fan of the way he plays. I have nothing to do with
Oh,
him
boy.
personally. or
Okay.
with-
All right. We're at odds.
31 points,
He was great
12
last
for
night.
23.
But in the interview, he just said, he goes, yeah, just buffoonery by me. I do the choke thing. It was a 2-pointer. So we won in overtime.
Oh, he played great.
My bad. He said, he goes, I shouldn't have done that. He said, he goes, that was,
He's a little immature.
yeah, didn't handle it very well.
No, he never handles much well. But he's
I don't know, I
he's
saw
a
him
great
get the
player.
crap beat out of him at the rim and still make
Yeah,
baskets.
he's a great player. But I mean, his antics wear me.
No, I can't even talk about him because I haven't to say that I've
No,
have a good season of under
he
my
does some
belt.
weird
I don't.
stuff. He does some weird stuff. But he played great. And after the choke sign, I was watching him close. Like, okay, let's see what you got. And he had a lot. He played really well. He made that great pass to Nemhard late.
Oh, and that layup?
Yeah.
Who's Nemhard? Because I really like that. Where's he from?
Is he from Gonzaga?
I don't know, but I like it.
I think
Rudy,
his-
can you
his-
check
his-
that?
Wait, the Nemhards, I get them all. There's two of them.
Yeah, I think they went to Gonzaga. 'cause
Yeah,
his
he went to
brother-
Gonzaga,
His
yeah.
brother was younger, started at Creighton, and
His
went
brother,
to Gonzaga.
he has
So
a brother that played.
they're
Great.
both Gonzaga guys, Nemhards. Ryan Nemhard was his brother.
Yeah, Nemhard's good.
Wow, he did some. Yeah,
They have good players. Miles Turner's really good. That Neesmith that guarded
Yeah.
Aaron Neesmith.
that guarded.
He had 30
Brunson.
last night.
Neesmith.
He had
did?
30 points.
Brunson had 40, didn't he?
But
Yeah.
Brunson had 43.
43.
43.
The
Which
oddest-
is incredible. They lost the game.
The thing about that league that freaks me out, and I can't reconcile it in my brain, is there's so much flopping, but there is also it's become incredibly physical.
Oh, the amount, and you don't see a lot of complaining like on the
No, you don't.
when the
Well.
Pacers get the up one, and I love listening. Who did the game last night? They were really good.
Oh, it was Reggie.
Was
it
it
was
Reggie?
Reggie Miller.
But it wasn't Reggie that was the one that was talking. But anyway, he
I
just
don't know who the play-by-play guy was.
right away when they had the play that they had the great film catch on that went off the finger of Brunson, and it
Mhm.
was right.
Yeah, it
And
was right.
And right away, the announcer
Sideline.
is like, "Hey, listen, it's going to be really hard to get this ball in. This is going to be incredibly hard. They're going to be deny. Wasn't hard at all.
No.
Made one bounce pass, double clutch dunk,
And
game over.
Who was that? Toppin.
Topping, and
What's
he
his name?
couldn't have gotten
First name?
OB top.
Obi Toppin.
He got
A full-
fouled
yeah.
so bad.
He didn't get called.
Didn't get called.
No.
He hit him and grabbed the elbow,
Right.
and he still
Dunk.
double clutch
Double
dunked it.
clutch dunk.
Yeah,
Obi Toppin's a freak.
But that's a former Nick, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a little revenge for Obi
Okay,
Toppin.
it was Van Gundy, Miller. It's coming back to me now.
Van Gundy was the one who was saying this will be so hard to
Right.
get this ball in,
Not
and it was just like
Wasn't Mike Breen?
It might have been Breen, but I thought he did the game before.
Okay.
So I don't think it was.
But right after that, it was just it was there was we'll get this ball and be very difficult.
Kevin Harlan. Was it Kevin Harlan?
Kevin Harlan, I think it was.
Okay.
But when you have Van Gundy and Miller together, it's really good. I mean, it's much better than Burke Jefferson. It is. I'm just saying it is. Can I say that?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you can judge the broadcast teams. It's okay.
I don't work here. I don't work at the
I have no
ticket.
problems.
Inappropriate?
No.
Van Gundy and Miller are great. But anyway, it was that game. I stood and watched the end of it. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing.
Neither could Knicks fans.
Yeah.
I can't imagine walking out of that.
Going to the subway after that game. Just
I can't imagine. And all that goes to your mind is like, how are we going to win this series? Because that Indiana team's really good.
They're good.
Why
did we not
They did
know
the same
about
thing. So the Pacers went up 2-0 on the Cavs on the road. They won both games at Cleveland.
Yeah.
The 1 seed. Like it was nothing. I think they blew them out one game.
So it's you always think of the team. You don't think of the guys until the playoffs start. Now you're like, okay, we have that. They have Siakam.
Yep.
They have Nesmith. They have
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner's really good. Obviously, Halliburton's good. They bring that.
TJ McConnell off the bench.
McConnell, I can't.
Obi Toppin
can't
off
deal
the
with.
bench.
That's a good team. I'm not a McConnell fan either. I'm not a Pacers fan, but man, they're good. It's really well-constructed team. I don't understand why they flew under the radar.
Love their coach.
Do you?
Yeah.
Carlisle.
Played for Virginia.
Yes. Did he? Is that where
I'm almost
he won a title with the Mavs back in he beat the
He's
Heat.
good.
He beat the Heat in 2011.
I'm telling you, he's really nondescript. I don't know what airport it was, but I was sitting right by him, and it was like no big deal. Like he was just reading a book. I'm like, Rick Carlisle's right there. Yeah. he's just sitting there with his feet.
Would you stare at him like Jake? You made him uncomfortable.
I was struck
it's a good
by
thing it was to me there.
I think he could probably do that.
I would never be able to because I would say I think that's Rick Carlisle. I don't know. Maybe it isn't.
It was 100 because he had a quarter zip on, like the Mavericks quarter zip. Yeah. So
you could have been a fan.
No, it was Rick Carlisle. It was 100% Rick Carlisle.
Can fans not wear quarter zips though?
But I know what
I know. I get it. Well, great game. Pacers 138-135. Epic comeback. Epic choke by the Knicks, as Halliburton points out with his antics there. 1-0 lead Pacers.
Do you notice what I'm talking about? It really. You see, there's something going on in the NBA that needs to get under control, and that is the use of the off arm. Brunson uses his off arm to shove everybody off. So it's not just Brunson. A lot of guys do it. I've never seen it more than I've seen it this year. As you're dribbling, you're just fending guys off, and then what's happening? Now the defenders are coming back at him. And watch Brunson.
Yeah, it's
like a fight. Yeah. It's like a hand fight.
Well, he doesn't have the incredible one, off the dribble. He's not as quick as like a
100. That's what I was going to say. The exact same thing.
So he plays and they can get bodies on him,
right?
Where some guys
can
just
That's
blow
exactly
past you.
Right. He can't really blow past you, so he makes it very physical. And if a defender is physical like Nesmith, then it just gets to be like hand-to-hand combat on the way to the
They were
basket.
showing some replays, and I was like, a non-call on both sides. I was like, oh man,
it's physical.
And also, for Brunson's credit, I didn't see him palms up one time.
He doesn't palms up, but he flops a lot.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a major.
I don't know what
Brunson does flop.
Oh, he's a flopper.
Yeah. I don't watch enough of that to know.
Yeah,
but I just saw the contact.
Yeah, you're right about the contact, and you're exactly right. It's because he doesn't really blow by anybody. I mean, he can, but.
I'm right now on the main website for CBS Sports. The main headline, first headline, Sip, shows a picture of Tyrese Halliburton. It says, Tyrese Halliburton is the villain / showman that the NBA needs right now. Pushing back on you.
Well, not really. I mean, he's a villain. I mean,
you don't like him.
A lot of people evidently don't like him. Hence the term villain.
That's hence. I want to use
sometimes.
Let's try to use the word hence several times today. Hence the villain.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that. I mean, he's polarizing. I'm just on the side of I don't like him. It's flat.
Fair.
Like him. Don't.
See, I don't have an essay. I just have my little sliver of history.
He's not a conventional. He's really good. That's the thing. I want to make that clear. He's really good. He's a pain. He can get to the basket. He can score around the basket with either hand. He's that guy. He has a weird looking shot, but it goes in, and he talks way too much.
How about the last play, the sequence?
I suppose you like him.
They had a
I don't
they had a
really
great
care about him.
great look at to tie it. Was it
Have an opinion.
Carl Anthony Towns? Was
I'm
he the
sorry?
one?
Yes, Cat. He had 35 points,
He
by
had
the
a
way.
great
last
look.
He had a
night.
great look.
Unbelievable. But
He had a great
the
look.
last scene, the bodies on the floor. There was one time it was
Throwing
like
it at each other.
it was like everybody was down.
It was mayhem.
The ball was laying on right underneath the basket.
It was mayhem.
And it was
Monday.
mayhem underneath there, and it was just bodies were down, and the clock's just ticking.
100%. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Now, Brunson didn't have a great look. You
No.
knew he was going to take a shot.
He really took, but that was talk about
Airball.
defended.
Yeah,
he
it
was
yeah.
defended.
Oh, they defend. I don't know who was on him on that in that case. If it was Neesmith, they were throwing a lot of guys at him.
And also the guy for New York just fell down on the three to pull it within two. The defender just slipped and fell down.
Which
They-
one? Which
They
one?
were talking. The one that sent the game was off a screen and made the shot and it sent it to a 2-point game. Is what it
I
was.
can't remember
And
that.
he
one.
slipped, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
so he had a wide open look. But then also they missed free throws. They came back
Which
down.
team? The Knicks.
Yeah, they missed.
they did.
missed-
They missed
Jeez,
some
the
free
Knicks.
throws.
The Knicks were 28 of 40 at free throws last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. So Brunson throws an air ball. What's his name from Villanova? The guard forward, Jake. Not Brunson.
Bridges.
No, the other one. There's three. Hart. Josh Hart.
Josh
Josh Hart.
Villanova?
Yeah,
Forget that.
yeah. Josh
Okay.
Hart played Villanova, and so he made a great save to Cat.
Yeah.
He threw it out to Cat.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
and Cat had a look.
he was 4 for 7.
Yeah.
He was their best shooter on 3-point.
and he had a look, and he
Yeah.
barely hit the rim.
Yeah,
I was
it was online though too. I bet he thought it was going in. It was online.
It was a little out of his range, I think. But yeah, they had. I don't know. You're right. Knicks fans are going to need serious therapy.
Game one did not deliver in the Western Conference. It did deliver
Oh
in
God!
the Eastern Conference. That was an awesome game. So
The
thank
Western
you.
Conference-
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
at
the
least.
Western
Game
Conference
one
game wasn't very well played.
It
wasn't.
was 114 to 88.
It was
wasn't close.
sloppy. It was a sloppy game, and it wasn't anything like this one. It was amazing to me the back-to-back, how much more entertaining the Eastern Conference is right now. I don't think the Western Conference will be particularly entertaining. Ooh, that could come back to haunt me.
Ooh.
That could come back to haunt me.
Hence the haunt.
Anything else for Idle Chit Chat? That was pretty good sports
I
right there
got-
for Idle
no.
Chit Chat.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be shocked how mundane my days are at this point. Do a show, walk bullet, do another show, do an interview, write a story, fall asleep.
That's a nice routine you have right there.
Yeah,
nice
not
routine.
great. I mean, it's not if you're looking for
Yeah,
fun.
mine's not much either. Mowed the yard.
Did you mow?
Mowed the yard.
That's
Mo?
today's job.
Yeah, and I like mowing. yeah.
Did you edge?
Yes, I did. First time had the new weed eater out.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It takes some
Nice.
getting used to a brand new one.
Yes.
Kind of trying
Does
to
it?
figure out just the balance of it.
Mhm.
It just no. I'm not. It wasn't a real. If you're watching me, you'd be like, oh, not real efficient. Yeah, well, you wouldn't be like, well, if you watch those guys that do it for that are
Yeah,
like
they're
yard
really
guys.
good.
Oh
They're
man,
incredible.
oh, it's like one handed behind the back, behind the back, over the shoulder. Oh yeah,
They're
Hey,
peacocking out there.
eyes closed like that. High stepping, high knees.
What's that guy doing
high
over there?
knees. I saw a guy doing a karaoke down the sidewalk. Guys, this like is incredible.
Using it as a microphone.
Yeah, yeah. You can do anything. Flip it over, sing into it. Then there's me. I'm like, holding on to it like grim
He's
death.
on the same spot for a long time.
Yeah.
Come on, Bill, move on.
I go through like 3
Keep walking.
Holding onto it like grim death. Hey, but does it look good?
It's not bad. It's not bad. Tell you one thing though, like I said, same thing. LaRue's got this unbelievable that 360 turn thing like that. So I had just finished mowing. I had about 10 minutes left to mow.
Are you pushing? You're
And-
not
and-
riding.
And I'm pushing. And it's starting. There's a little bit of raindrops coming. I go. I got to finish this up. And LaRue comes out in his mower, and he starts to mow. We had pleasantries, said hello. He starts to mow. I had to finish about half of the back. When I got done, his mower was put away. He had finished it that fast. That thing.
That's how fast that
That's
thing
how
goes.
fast that thing goes. It's double the width of probably 2.5 size of width, and it's going at like Mach 5, and he just whips it.
Who's LaRue?
With
That's
that-
his
my
neighbor. He's
John LaRue.
John LaRue.
brought him
He
up several
cross-cuts-
times in the show.
He cross-cuts his lawn. Jake's
I
his
golfed
partner.
him one time.
Golf partner.
John LaRue.
I think he's a 4-time Hillcrest champion.
Is he?
Yeah, he's an incredible golfer.
Can't confirm that, but he might be. John LaRue.
Yeah, but it was incredible to watch it happen.
June.
But I was trying to beat the rain.
You got it.
And we did. There really was never really did.
Never
rain.
really rained.
Never really
Really.
did.
Sprinkle a little bit. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Sign up for a fertilizer program this month. If your name is drawn on May 29th, that is a week from today, 200% of your payment will go to support Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day. Call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297. What do you have over there, Bill?
I got something.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So we get
I'm
it.
listening.
So Sip, what happened at Cedars last year with Andrew Newton?
At Cedars, I didn't recognize him.
He had a vest on that said Newton's Lawn Care.
And I said, "What's your job here?
And what do you do here?" And I said, "Well, I advertise in the show Andrew Newton, which we thought was one of the funniest things ever." So Brian Morrow, the
Pinnacle Bank
president of Pinnacle Bank, sends a picture to me and Jake yesterday from the baseball field of a photo of a guy. Jake goes, "Help me out. Who is that?"
It doesn't look like Andrew.
It's Andrew Newton.
It doesn't look like.
He said, "Hell," he goes, "Help
I
me
was
out."
at Andrew's house for the 4th of July once. Didn't look like him.
I got
Andrew. We're sorry.
Sorry.
That does not. I stand by. That does not look like Andrew. That picture.
I text back. I go, "Jake, that's Andrew. He advertises on the show."
I was at Andrew's house for 4th of July last year. It doesn't look like him. He didn't have a hat on or sunglasses.
Take a little heat. Hence, ease up on Sipple, because there was a picture sent.
Hence the
Jake,
confusion.
He's not wearing Newton's. He's in a baseball jersey last night. The picture. He's got hat and sunglasses. It looks nothing like Andrew. Stand by.
I've got the
my
photo.
questioning. If you said it again, I'd say, "Who is that?" Oh, it's Andrew. It looks nothing like it. So whatever.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you losing?
No,
You think I thought it was funny when that happened?
it looks nothing
It
like
was
it.
great.
Andrew.
It was great getting a text from Brian. He runs Pinnacle Bank.
Brian Morrow.
Brian Morrow runs Pinnacle Bank. Anything that goes on at
Pinnacle
PBA
Bank?
has to go through him.
I bank at Pinnacle.
Yeah,
Bank.
he goes.
One
Stop
of
by
the
and see
banks
him.
I bank at.
Yeah.
Goes through Brian.
Interesting.
We had something that Sip loves more than anything. This happened yesterday on CBS Sports. Coach rankings.
I do.
Don't you love coach? It's like one of your favorite types of lists in the world.
Come on. You know I love rankings of any.
You do, but especially coach rankings. They went through the Power 4 coaches on CBS Sports. So 68 coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule they went 68 through 26. So look at the top 25 today. Matt Rule is not in the top 25. He's at number 32, just ahead of Prime Deion Sanders at Colorado. Behind him, Luke Fickell, 40th. Bill Belichick, 54th at North Carolina. Sharon Moore, 58th at Michigan. Some names I thought stood out in terms of coaches that are behind Matt Rule on the list.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how do you do this? Like,
It's difficult to rank them.
I'm not sure how you have Belichick so low.
I enjoyed the top 25 players from 2000 like 4,000 times more than this list.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how you do some of these.
They explain certain.
I read another one. I don't know if it's the same list, Jake, but maybe it's already out. I read the top 25.
That will come out today for CBS Sports.
I don't know. Well, I think it was out yesterday. So I
don't
saw
see on the website.
I saw a top 25 anyway. And the funny thing was, like, 20th was Bill Snyder, and I'm like,
that must be all time then, right?
No, it wasn't. It was in the 2000s. Well, he coached in 2000, but my point is that was the very tail end of his career during that time. That wasn't his time of his heyday. So that was confusing to me. But anyway,
I don't know that the one I was wondering about. This is random. It's very random. I had to do a Michigan State preview. Yesterday. So Jonathan Smith is 49th. It says only one coach fell further in the rankings this year than Smith. He began his tenure with Sparty ranked 27th, and now he's 49th. So he dropped because of a 5-7 record. I wonder, Michigan State, I had to do a preview on Michigan State. They don't have anything.
Really?
They don't have much at all. I don't know what they're going to do. They
a decent quarterback, right? Respectable. He's okay. He's not bad.
It's 13 touchdowns, 11 picks.
I don't know. I have to check their schedule. I clearly have them as a bowl team, though.
Yeah, the guy I talked to at Spartan Mag, he has them 6-6, just crawling into a bowl, maybe. But yeah, so Smith's stock's on a decline. He's got to be careful here. They don't have any kind of running game. Their offensive line's been bad for a few years.
I'm going to talk about coming at a rough time.
Oh,
I mean, he came in. The one thing I will say, Michigan, they'll be very patient with him.
You think so?
I would think so. It's like, hey, listen, we came in at the. Imagine if that would. Remember what that looked like. Remember the staff like that. They wanted nothing to do with playing football after Mel Tucker got fired. Everything was just.
So he's whipped it around. They have 61 freshmen. They have 61 players in their first or second year in the program. So 41 freshmen and transfers. So I don't know what it's going to look like exactly, but it's not great.
Last year in these rankings, Luke Fickell was 17th.
Where's he now?
40th now. It dropped 23 spots. Says the Wisconsin coach takes the honor. Nobody wants this year. He was the 23 spot tumble is the largest as any coach remaining at a Power 4 school.
So Fickell and Jonathan Smith tumbled.
They both tumbled big time.
A lot of tumbling. So, yeah. I mean, those guys are good coaches, I think. Right?
They are. I can vouch for one because I worked with him, so I saw how he operated. And he did an incredible job. Apologize for the voice. I'm trying to get my voice back.
The comment on Matt Rule from...
Hence the voice.
The comment on Matt Rule from CBS Sports says, Rule's Nebraska was able to cross a bowl game off the to-do list. The to-do list last year. Sorry.
Okay.
But he still fell 3 spots in our rankings. After all, there's a difference between 6-6 bowl eligibility and 8-4. So you'll have to forgive some of our voters if they weren't overly impressed with Rule's sophomore season in Lincoln. Dropped 3 spots from last year, 29th to 32nd.
Now he's a junior.
Now he's a junior at Nebraska. Yes. Behind Dave Doran at NC State.
Dave Doran.
Brent Key at Georgia Tech ahead of Matt Rule.
He's done a phenomenal job. If they call the targeting, they beat Georgia. On the quarterback hit and gets a game over. If they do a few other things, that was a 9 overtime game.
Oh God!
Yeah. And they should beat Miami. Remember the Miami game?
Yeah, the Miami game.
They got screwed on in the end zone, right?
So just think about that. No, that was Virginia Tech.
Oh, sorry,
that was Virginia
Tech. They beat Miami.
Yeah. That's right.
Georgia Tech. He went over and beat Florida State over in Dublin.
That's
to start
right.
Things off.
Yes,
and he looks like the kind of guy you'd like to play for. Old lineman. From Georgia Tech. Those guys played. You didn't really want to play Georgia Tech last year. I wouldn't have gone, I want some of that. Like,
no, they look good.
They look really good.
They look strangely good. Speaking of old, it wasn't Elko an old lineman? Elko?
That I don't know.
He looks like an old lineman. He's 29th, right ahead of Brent Key. I can never figure out Elko, whether that's going to work or not. Anybody else? PJ Fleck gets the 27th slot. I'm glad he's that high. He's a great coach in my opinion.
I think it's hard sometimes when I just look at these. I just look at opportunities also. So you just look like, okay, PJ Fleck, Minnesota. Mm-hmm. That's hard.
Real hard.
That's hard. Right. Like that. And you have okay, Ryan Day, he took over where? Ohio State.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
I mean, it takes over. And I don't know if his ranking's wrong. All I'm saying is don't look at it the same.
No, you can't because of that line in one of these CBS Sports stories of late that hit me when it said, well, we know he's coaching at a place that'll never win a Big Ten championship.
Yes.
Yep. God, I'm just like, that's depressing.
It is depressing.
And yet he's 27th and they when you watch him every year, sometimes it's like, man, they're pretty basic, pretty this, but then how many times you go, man, Minnesota just screwed it up again. They don't.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They're sound.
He's like, hey, we're not going to beat ourselves. We're Minnesota. He's very, and also, like you said, we say the two teams you look at is like Minnesota and Wisconsin. Wisconsin went a completely different route, and it's failed miserably. It's not went well for Wisconsin.
PJ Fleck. Okay, no, I want to ask you this. Well, we've done this, I think, but can't Minnesota win the Big Ten?
Anyone can when you're in the league. So you have a chance. And also they have a chance, always a chance, because they're always also a bowl team. Now, their best chance to do it when you say they can't win it was when it was East and West.
Right.
Because Minnesota had
what about now?
Because Minnesota had it every year could say they could win the West, couldn't you? You said
they were always competitive.
They could win the West. They were right there to win the West.
Absolutely.
And if you win the West and you're in the game, a one-off can happen.
Sure.
So everything changed when it went to 1 through 18 for them.
That line freaked me out. You can tell I'm fixated on it. We all know Minnesota will never win the Big Ten. I'm like, wait a second, what? Why not? Why can't they win the Big Ten? It's not like Northwestern to me.
And that's also it's just historical because they'll never say that about Nebraska. But the last 10 years, Minnesota's been better.
Right?
Yes,
they've been. But someone
that's why it probably hit me. It's like, wait a second, is Nebraska in this boat too? in this boat
Yeah.
of they're not going to ever win the Big Ten?
Well, they're still like you can wait. I would like when someone says we need to get back to where when Minnesota we need to get back. They did. They won it like in 1940 something. They
Long
won a
time
national
ago.
championship.
They did.
They don't. So there's no getting back really. Nebraska can still kind of say that, but it's been what are we at 30 years? Close
Well,
to
it
it.
was 1997.
97. So it's been a while and to be in that picture of now they're in the national championship game in 2001, correct? Against
Yes, they were against
Miami.
against Miami. So
Yeah,
they were in the national championship.
They were in
game.
it. They were in the game. But if you put PJ Fleck at Ohio State, I bet that would look really good. I bet it would look really good.
Yeah. So you always we need to look at those rankings when someone is it's like where are they getting it done at?
PJ, I bet would look good at Michigan.
It would.
I'm serious. I wouldn't say that about everybody. I don't know about I wouldn't say that about everybody, but Fleck would.
I think it's kind of odd because he, according to everyone inside and outside of the game, I mean the pundits / even coaches, like he really wanted the UCLA job.
God, I don't get that.
But my point is, if you're UCLA, how do you not hire him?
Well, I don't know.
If he wants that job, you got to hire
How
him.
do you not hire
Deshaun Foster has no head coaching experience. That's what they went with.
How would you not hire him?
I don't know that.
That's like mind blowing to me. If he really did, he wanted
If
this
he
job.
wanted it, I'm surprised he would want you. Why you?
Now, and no one's in the room to know, or was like, I want the job, but I need 10 million, or I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something obscure. I don't know. But if he truly wanted that job, and it's like they didn't hire him, crazy talk. I'm gonna start doing something different too. I'm gonna start turning this way. Right now, every time I cough, I turn towards you.
You want to get sick?
Well, no, it's covered. It's
We're
covered.
elderly.
Yes, we're elderly, and Jake started this. So
I
why
feel good now,
why do
Jake.
I have this?
I think it might be back.
Because Jake brought this into the petri dish, and so yeah.
I think after a month, I feel right. Finally, by the way,
UCLA, I don't regard it as a good job, and you
boy, no, I don't. I don't because
aligned.
aligned.
so if PJ wants the job, then you got to hire him.
I
If
don't
it's
get-
not
I
a
don't-
good
why
job,
would
and
he
he
want
wants
that
it.
job?
It still has the logo up here, though it doesn't it to you?
Yeah, I like the logo.
And if
I
you,
like
if-
Southern California.
I mean, UCLA, they've been in Rose Bowls, they've done cool things, but no, right now, collective wise, and here's the thing. I go back to 5,000 times. Like you like places like still. Why do I like Arkansas? Because they still have a fan base.
and they have money.
Nebraska has a fan base,
and they have the conference.
Minnesota doesn't have a huge fan base.
No,
that place is
not
never.
really.
That's not a livid place to play.
Not usually.
It can be a little
It can
bit,
be,
but
yes.
it's not. But UCLA, no one goes to their games.
No,
They get 25,000
it's
people.
cool. Westwood's neat. It's cool.
The San Gabriel Mountains, you
Yeah,
play in
all
the
of
Rose Bowl.
that.
That's also like what 30 miles from campus.
Yeah,
The Rose Bowl. I'm not sure the exact number, but I tell
Pasadena.
you, what, you ever been on UCLA's campus?
I have.
Oh wow!
I covered games there.
Walk around UCLA's campus.
I was
like
in
that,
Westwood,
and
yeah.
it is mind blowing. I went to a football camp there, a Adidas football camp in June. Back when we could attend combine camps, and I was like, oh, wow, is this something?
Now, so what? People are saying,
Hmm.
why wouldn't it be a good job? Because they don't have a campus stadium. They don't draw well. They're the second fiddle to USC. And now,
Academically brutal.
yeah,
They can probably get some. Let's go and say that. Okay, yeah, we can get them in school. Okay, now what do we do? Yeah,
don't get
it's
me
really
wrong
hard.
though. You're right. They're sweet. I mean, it's a sweet uniform, the
Yeah.
powder blue. That they have some tradition. Aikman, who was the coach? First name Terry. Didn't they have
Donahue.
Terry
His
Donahue?
wife just passed away.
Sorry,
It's okay.
Terry
Terry
Donahue
passed away 3 years ago.
Hey, Terry Donahue was had some oomph to him.
Yes.
They were going pretty well when Donahue was a coach.
Yes. He was sweet hair.
We'll revisit these
Oh,
rankings with Schaefer later in the show.
He looked like college football.
Yes. Donahue.
It looks like college
That,
football.
I
That's
would
the
love to
description
coach there because
there.
I love that blue color.
Oh, it's powder blue is beautiful.
You walk in with a quarter zip UCLA,
Oh,
you'd be like, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
When we come back, an update on the tush push in the
Hence.
NFL. Next, an early break on the tick.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through May 25th, enjoy all-natural whole bone-in pork butt for $1.49 per pound. Buy 5, get 5 free on brat patties. 10-pound tubes of 85% ground beef, just $2.88 per pound when you buy $100 in meat and groceries. And 6-ounce USDA Choice bacon-wrapped filet mignon, $9.99 each. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn. The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
We're on the air.
Back. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you listened to the show yesterday, you're aware of our special event with Ruhlman Steakhouse, Wednesday, June 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. You can call Ruhlman's at 402-780-8887. 72 people is the cutoff. For $100, you get a prime rib meal, baked potato, salad, dessert, and 2 drink tickets. And you get to watch us do a show. We're doing a show from 7:30 to 8:30.
There's the signal. A show.
But the only way to do this is either go online to book at ruhlmansteakhouse.com or call 402-780-8887. Do not delay. This will sell out.
This will sell out. I doubt it gets through the day. It may get through the day. A lot of things going on, pre-weekend.
Pre-Memorial.
But yes, I know. I just texted Phil quickly yesterday. I told him, I'm like, how's it going? He goes, just had 6 more in the last 15 minutes.
Wow.
Whatever. And
Philman
talks to you himself.
That's amazing.
If you call in, Phil's going to answer, or you leave a voice message and Phil calls you back directly. Think about that. Not like just click on this, and there's a drop down, then you hit the drop down, then you go to this. No, Phil. Just ask for Phil. Call Romans. Is Phil there? How about
talk to him?
How about being at a place where they call, there's only one answer to it. Is Phil there? And you know exactly who it is.
It's a labor of love for Phil. It is.
So,
all right, we're gonna have
fun. We
look
forward to it. If you are listening to the show via podcast or watching after the fact, hey, you count too. You matter. You have a chance here to get into the show. Don't delay. 402
hence
780-8887 ruhlmansteakhouse.com. Get your tickets today.
It's a good word for you to use.
We have an update on the tush push in the NFL.
We do.
The Green Bay Packers hate it. The Eagles love it. And the Eagles are happy because for at least 2025, the tush push remains in the NFL. They need to have 24 votes of yes to overturn it.
Do you have the 10 no's?
I don't.
I read them yesterday.
I don't have the 10.
I wish I'd had. There's a 10 no's.
Wait a second.
On there.
They needed what now?
They need 24 yeses to overturn. They got 22 yeses, so they're 2 votes short.
Yeah.
Yes.
10 teams said no, don't ban it. Obviously, the Eagles will be the biggest one saying don't ban our play. But everyone can do it. They're just the best.
One I liked was the Jets. Jets were like, nah, it's good. I like it.
It got heated though in that room.
It got heated. I'm sure it did.
It did. That's why I read some reports. It got heated. Good. I'm glad it got heated.
Jason Kelsey came in to talk to the people about it.
Well, here's what I see.
The owners.
I see some teams that do it and they don't get anything. So it's almost like what happened was a team took it, got really good at it. So let's stop. Wait, guess what? They're throwing a bunch of deep balls to these guys. They're throwing the balls to down the field to Jamar Chase. So no balls over 20 yards. We can't have that anymore. It's like it's a play.
Ooh, we don't agree on this one.
Yeah, it's a play.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, it's a play.
There's
How's it a
gimmicks that
gimmick?
work.
They snap the ball. Yeah.
It's not a football play. It's just like no.
No, I stick with
Is a halfback pass a football player? Is that a gimmick too?
No,
I mean,
that's a football play. That's a football
There's
play.
some gimmick plays that exist.
gimmick plays.
I mean, maybe gimmick's not the right word. It's just not a conventional football play.
It's real simple. When the rule changed on the push, that's where everything got crazy. When they said you could, because before you could never even advance any runner. Now you can just basically throw a running back into the end zone. It's a touchdown. If you have all of a sudden, if an old lineman can grab him and just there's no more aiding a runner. That rule does not exist. It's too hard to govern.
So you can do it now.
And so you can do it.
They should probably govern that out too.
Yeah, I mean, do I love the play when it's 4th and inches? You know it's going to happen with on a certain team. Probably not.
I don't like it.
I'm not all excited about it, but
there's a lot of people that think it should be banned. Evidently, right? 22, right? It's not a slam dunk.
What's this voice? I don't know what this voice is. Here are the voices.
Here are the 10 teams that voted to keep the tush push.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Of course, we know the Eagles wanted it.
And wait a second. So one of the Kelsey boys went in there.
Jason Kelsey went in there and tried to sway the vote.
How great would that have been if Travis would have went and also Taylor Swift? That would have been incredible. And also if we could pull up 2 more people and Taylor Swift comes in.
So, okay, Eagles, of course, voted to keep it. The Ravens, tough physical team. Patriots, try to be physical. Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns said keep it. The Jags,
tough physical team, really.
The supposedly soft Miami Dolphins said keep the play.
Tua tush.
New Orleans Saints, the Titans, and the Jets all said keep the play. They needed two
some
more
of the
those
ones that said no.
Well, it's all the other. It's
every other team.
Are there some
besides those
physical
boys.
teams in that conversation?
Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. The Bills said to ban the tush push. It was a little surprising because Josh Allen, they did okay with it. They don't wasn't the Eagles level, but they did okay with that play.
They probably feel this
Steelers,
not a football play.
Bengals, Texans. I mean, I'm not going to read the
Well,
whole
look, if you just go backwards, no, they didn't. I mean, he probably got the first down, but the Bills couldn't get the first down against the Chiefs on the tush push. Couldn't get it.
I'm staunchly in the camp of ban it. It's kind of, that's what I'm going to say.
You hate it that much?
Yeah.
That's interesting batch of teams that said to keep it. I mean, Browns and Jags.
I would really enjoy if they open up the season with the tush push.
First
I'd love
play,
to see them
the
come
whole
out.
drive.
First play,
become a hot button topic.
First play, come out and just let's go tush push. If they went down the field, that'd be great. Just 3 yards at a shot. Love to see it.
The whole thing can get out of hand. Leach had that idea. Remember Mike Leach, RIP? His idea was to recruit a very small player and throw him into the end zone.
Throw him into the end zone.
Yeah.
Yes. Hand him the ball. And they said that was one of the people that some of the staff had to really go like,
he was serious.
Yeah, I really need to push back.
Throw him.
He was serious. Yeah.
And launch him.
Launch him.
Over it, because you could launch him over a man.
You've
never had a small child, you can launch
just
that.
read the article.
I don't remember that conversation.
It's a true factual article.
Yeah, Leach wanted to. His idea was to launch a midget over a
small person.
A person. We can say midget. I
Did
played midget football.
Did he say that term himself?
Yes, I played midget football.
I'll read the article and see what Mike Leach actually said for it.
Hence.
But however, the tush push stays. Eagles
Great.
fans celebrate, and Sip is upset.
But I'm with Sip. I don't get excited to watch the play. I'm not like going, oh, this is awesome to watch. I'm just,
You can be against me on. I respect your position on that. I just don't respect the play. I don't think it's a football play. I don't know how to describe like another play that I don't feel like a football play. I just know when I see that's not really football to me. That's what I say about it. It's something else. It's rugby or something.
Someone says if you want, go watch rugby if you want to watch the tush push.
Yeah,
on the
there's a lot of people that are against it.
Oh, I would 100%. Yeah. I'm just like this. I also would not be a hill that I die on. This will not be
a hill that I die on.
No, either not at all.
I don't care that much about it.
This is a 51-49. I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah,
whatever.
Oh, it won't bother me.
And there's a good chance that next year I'm like, what are we doing? There's a great chance.
But Bill, I'm telling you, it's getting a little hot.
I could be on the other side next year. Yeah. All of a sudden, I want to. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of with you on this one.
I think it gets pretty hot. It's hot.
Tush push sticks around, so too bad for you.
What about throwing a midget into the end zone?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
The Colts.
Come back.
Get back.
I
was on the Colts.
The Columbus Colts.
Thank you for remembering.
Rick Haman's song of the day is next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it. Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. See mostly sunny skies with a light breeze. Your afternoon high near 69. Tonight, mainly clear skies with light winds, low around 44. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, mainly cloudy and breezy with the high around 66. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man with a wider range of music knowledge than Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era.
you would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
A man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Haman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Sartor Hamann Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Once again, your song of the day, Guitars Cadillacs by Dwight Yoakam. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on Rick Haman's Sartor Hamann Jewelers Song of the Day.
Hamann, you were due also. You
10
were
CC
due.
last week.
Yeah, things had went off the rails, and somehow Hamann, you got things back on. It was almost like Dip helped him out, get the train
Dave Dipple
back on the tracks.
It's like
Dip saved this thing.
Dave
Dipple saved this day.
Dip.
He got this.
Threw me with that one.
He got it back on. You go first, Steve.
Well, good God, Bill. This was a big part of our childhood, the Dwight Yoakam run. He had a great
run, but an 8-year run.
Yeah.
About 8 years
Streets
or so.
of Bakersfield.
Yeah,
he had about 5-6 great hits, yeah.
So, Jake, he always would be in a cowboy hat. And then when he played, the one foot always did this.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Always back and forth, just like this. And he stood at microphone A and he sang.
I think
that's what he did.
Pulled his cowboy hat down pretty low.
He always really low.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I believe, I'll have to ask this to Hamann, I believe he dated at one time Sharon Stone.
Ooh, don't know that one.
I think at one time.
I think he had a good run, though, that way, too.
Yeah, I think things went very well for him in the romance department also.
Well, you can see why.
Dwight Yoakam, yes.
What a dude. Walk-up song. Good.
Oh, yeah. Good I would run in.
Yeah.
I would run in. I would tell somebody else, pay my cover, I'm heading in.
Yeah, you'd almost wonder if this is real.
You would, right? If this is a walk-up song, like you would, we're getting duped.
Is this really happening?
We're getting duped. There's just somebody playing it out the window and laughing at us because they think it's a walk-up song. And we go in and it's not. It's a Barry Manilow.
Hamann nailed it. We got to get to Hamann. So quickly, I'd say 9775.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's an incredible song.
966-421.
Yeah, Jake.
I'll go with the 8.6.
Oh.
This is good. That's good.
Yeah,
8.6.
Dwight Yoakam?
8.6.
Let's see. Rudy?
Score.
9.
7.
Oh,
7
Rudy,
Rudy.
that's very Texas sounding.
Rudy's from San Antonio.
Rudy also told me today, I mentioned one more time, he goes, if Colt McCoy doesn't get hurt against Alabama, he's probably the best college quarterback to ever play.
He's back. He's doubling down.
Double down.
I
had to push back double hard.
Too many margaritas in San Antonio, Rudy.
We are now joined by Rick Hamann. Rick, high scores for you this morning. It was a nice recovery from Dreadlock Highway fight by 10 CC last week. La-di-da redemption today.
Yeah, finally, Rick.
La-di-da redemption.
The redemption tour because you went off the rails.
Hey, hang on a minute.
What?
Hey, Dip. Is that okay?
Dipple's there helping him out.
Funny. Dip back on the rails.
I had to call dip on that one. You know, I'm sorry. And folks, that if you're just tuning in, here's what you've missed so far this morning. I'm sorry to interrupt this riveting NBA talk.
Oh, hey, it was a good game, Rick.
Yeah. Riveting.
Mowing and edging. And edging.
Yes.
Row the boat.
Yep.
And the tush push.
That's right. It's a recap,
So
right?
you're dogging the whole show so far, Rick.
Come on, Rick.
Let's row the boat.
Go back and check it out on the podcast. So, okay. Dwight Yoakam, what can I say? La-di-da. Man, talk about la-di-da. This guy. Are you kidding me? I'm late to the game, right? I used to I thought Dwight Yoakam was pretty good and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, when I moved down to La-di-da, I started listening to my Wild Willie, and I've heard probably 20 Dwight Yoakam songs since then, and I'm a huge fan. Huge. And Dip didn't even have to help me with this one. But I like a lot of his other songs better, but I figured you guys like this one better.
What songs do you like better? What songs do you like better?
Well, I don't even know the names of most of them, but they're different songs. Okay. So let's talk about it. Dwight Yoakam, what an interesting dude. Went to Ohio State. He grew up in Ohio. He dropped out after like one semester. That sounds familiar to some of us around here. I'm pointing the finger at me. I went to one semester of college.
Okay.
He decided he was going to become a country music guy and couldn't get it going. And he actually moved to Nashville. This is the anti-Nashville era. So back then, and I'm going to talk about this for a second. This is very interesting. So he went to Nashville. They didn't like him because back then Nashville was becoming way more glamorous and glitzy and all of that. So Dwight Yoakam was just a honky-tonk guy. And they were like, no, there's no place for you. You got to go play those bars at the airport, you know. So he moved to L.A. And in L.A., he met some guys. And there's something called the Bakersfield sound in country music. And it's very different from the Nashville sound. The Bakersfield sound was Buck Owens and Merle Haggard. Okay. And by the way, growing up, all I knew about Buck Owens was he was the dude on Hee Haw. Okay. But listening to his music now, it's ridiculously fantastic. Buck Owens is one of the most underrated country guys of all time.
Okay.
And the same with Merle Haggard. Okay. Merle, even though Merle kind of crossed between Nashville and Bakersfield, he's sort of in the middle, but it was the rebel sound. It was the anti-Nashville sound. You know, instead of being all syrupy and with the strings and the background vocals and all that, it wasn't like that. So Bakersfield sound, if you listen to Kid Rock, for example, he talks a lot about Bakersfield sound. The Beatles referenced the Bakersfield sound. The Beatles did a Buck Owens song called Act Naturally. Have you ever heard that song?
I have not.
They're going to put me in the movies. They're going to make a big star out of me.
Yes. I have heard that song.
That's Buck Owens.
Yes.
So Emmylou Harris, Graham Parsons, the Flying Burrito Brothers, the Eagles, all were an extension of the Bakersfield sound, which later on then morphed into the California rock and roll sound, which back in those days was, of course, typified by the Eagles and many others of that era. So, but it started in Bakersfield. So Dwight Yoakam, to me, the guy is incredible. It helps that he was Don Imus's best friend. I used to watch him all the time on Imus. I loved him. I think he's hilarious. He's funny. He's tongue-in-cheek. A lot of his songs are very beautiful, but they have a little edge to them. That's what I like. There's just a little something there that isn't quite in your face, but you got to listen closely. So I love Dwight Yoakam. So with that in mind, stump the Sippers and the coach.
Let's do it.
Whoever's first. Dwight Yoakam, who was here last year in Lincoln, by the way.
What was he doing?
At the Pinewood Bowl. and I didn't even go.
Did anyone
And
stop
so-
at least chicken? I wonder prior to that.
Should have.
It might have. L. Kent wrote a big article all about it. He's a huge fan.
Oh,
I can't believe I missed it. That's your buddy.
Yes,
Sip.
he is my
I
buddy.
can't believe that I missed it. He's still out playing, so I'm going to see him sometime.
Okay.
Dwight is also an excellent actor. Did you know that?
Yes,
Dwight
I did.
Yoakam he's been in a lot of movies, TV roles. But he made his bones in acting as the mean stepdaddy to a mentally deficient kid. What was the name of that movie?
I do know this movie. It was Billy Bob Thornton starred in the movie, and I will not be able to say the name of it. But Billy Bob was the main character, correct?
Well, you wrecked my second question, but go ahead.
I don't know the
Did you have
name.
the
of
answer,
the-
though?
I'm on the verge of this. Like, is it like
5,
Sawdust
4,
or something like
I
that?
think it's sawdust.
3,
They said sawdust.
Sawdust.
Sawdust, CZ, Sling Blade.
Sling Blade. One word.
Sling blade.
That's pretty good that you had
Sawdust.
sawdust. I'm going to give you partial
That's
credit.
not bad.
I'd give you some credit for that.
Thank you. And that was Billy Bob Thornton, right? Right.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
By the way, so I'm going to have to change this question. Billy Bob Thornton is in a current massive smash hit show. What's the name of that show? For the
Landman.
second question.
Landman.
Landman is correct. Diamond.
Ooh. Okay.
And
He's
we can do
incredible
a
in the
third
show.
question off of that. Who was Billy Bob Thornton married to who had a vial of his blood around her neck?
Used to be married to Angelina Jolie.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, 3 diamonds, 2 diamonds. All right.
Any more? Just keep bringing them up.
Bill's
Throw-
just
throw
on
another one
fire
out.
over here.
What do you want? Keep laying them up.
This is entertainment tonight.
No, Bill wants diamond.
Entertainment tonight.
Oh.
Hey, if you haven't seen Landman, my God, you better watch it because season 2 is coming. What a show. Unbelievable. Okay.
There's a plug.
And the general question is, the Grand Ole Opry is the country equivalent of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is Dwight Yoakam in the Grand Ole Opry?
100%.
I'm going
yes.
3 CZs,
Oh.
no, he is not.
Shameful.
Shame on them.
They should be embarrassed for that. Yes, it's bad. So we went 2 for 4. Bill got his 2 right, and me and Sip did not. What's happening right now at Sauter Hamann Jewelers, Rick?
Well, folks, I got to tell you something. At Sauter Hamann Jewelers, we have 6 master jewelers. 6. Most stores have 0. They farm it out to some guy in Timbuktu. You want your jewelry sent to some guy in Timbuktu, or would you rather have one of our hand-selected? I think our average jeweler has a history of about 20 years and more. We have some guys 30 years. So, you know, you don't cut your own hair. You don't do your own electrical work unless you're SIP. You got to hire somebody that knows what they're doing. We have those people. Trust is what we're about. So come on in, let us check your jewelry for free. We'll clean it. We have these high-powered ultrasonic machines. They're like space age. We'll put your ring in there after we check it, make sure the stones are all tight. We're going to check that over. We're going to put it in there. We have a steam machine that blows everybody's mind every time we use it. It's so loud. It's crazy. You're going to get that ring back looking better than new, and we'll do it every time for free. They recommend 6 months. We say bring it in every day. We don't care. And you can bring jewelry from other jewelers, and we'll clean it and check it for free, too. Wow. If something's loose or out of whack, one of our jewelers is going to fix it for you. So the other thing you got to think about, guys, is when you buy a ring, you need to get insurance on it. We're going to give you a full documented appraisal on every single item. You got a lot of value and money going around on that little tiny thing on her finger there. You got to get insurance. Guys, I could tell you so many stories about people that didn't have insurance and lost their ring. Don't let that be you. We'll take care of you. 4 generations, 120 years. Best of Lincoln, I don't know how many years, 40 plus. Breakers get 10% off. Watch the experts. You can come over to 12th and O and watch these guys They're in there working on jewelry right now. Well, not right now, but at 10 o'clock this morning. Come over at 12th and 0. Watch them in action.
At the crack of 10 a.m. All right.
We'll do it.
Yes, the butt crack of 10 a.m.
Easy.
Check us out. Yay. Hey, tush push.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
What?
We're on all the social media places. We got great videos, and SarterHaman.com. Check us out there. Watch us for Father's Day. Can't wait to see you guys at Ruhlman's. I'll post more interesting, great things about the wonderful Dwight Yoakam on my personal Facebook at Rick Hamann.
Rick, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next week.
Bye-bye.
It's Rick Haman's Song of the Day, Guitars Cadillacs by Dwight Yoakam. When we come back, Mike Schaefer in for the full hour next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Hey guys, it's AD. Join us on Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. for The Drive at A1 Automotive's brand new location at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill in South Lincoln. We'll be on ahead of the grand opening, which goes from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., which will have giveaways, free food, and tours. We'll see you on Friday at the brand new A1 Automotive.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try a pesto BLT or a pizza bagel for lunch. Also, enjoy a new energy fusion drink in a variety of flavors and get a caramel latte with 10% of all sales going to the Hope Venture. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's going on today with Shin Daddy in Creighton, Bill?
Will not be in the office. He's out doing some prep work. Doing a lot of prep work on for Memorial Day, but he's out today.
Out today.
Okay. Yeah, so nothing for today, but he's out doing some
he
prep
deserves
work
a day off
for Memorial Day. Yes, he does.
Doing prep work for Memorial Day?
Yeah, he's out today and tomorrow doing prep work for Memorial Day.
Smart man. Big
Shindy?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
The bank is still open though. People can go do banking. Just no
100.
offense today. It's
How'd
fine.
it go yesterday? Therapy.
It's really good. What was me Wednesday? People can come in and talk to him, Shafe, about things that are bothering him. Things that are upset.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah,
that's a solid service.
Yeah, and he just kind of sits there and listens. And sometimes they're not even really asking for advice. They just want to tell you that, hey, this is some things that are on my mind right now. Do you need advice? Not really. We'll figure it out ourselves.
I bet they walk out feeling pretty good.
They would feel good walking out like
get that weight off of your shoulders.
Weight off your shoulders like that, and
all those petty grievances you've been carrying around that you could just dump on somebody else.
I bet there's a lot of clapping when people walk out of the office. I'm sure people were clapping. Yeah, just like when they walk out, hey, everybody's clapping it up. Steve walks out behind and claps it up. Everybody kind of waves to the tellers, and he's out the door. Whoever it is, he or she. Yes, or yes, he or she.
Yes,
and it's also complete confidentiality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100%. People ask like that. I say, "Who'd you talk to?" He just chuckled. Yeah, we can't. We don't do that. We don't talk about what we talk
Robert's
about.
deal today.
Yeah, interesting.
Couldn't tell you.
So you had the Smiths came in as a couple. What was going on there? No.
Can't tell you.
Can't tell you that.
Confidentiality.
He took an oath.
Yeah,
He took an oath. Yeah,
100%.
Well, that voice you hear here is Mike Schaefer from 24/7.
24/7.
His hour sponsored by Ben Spurk at Farm Bureau.
Spurk.
Call or text Ben at 402-217-9945. Any insurance questions or needs you have. Bill has a question off the bat for you.
Well, it's a question maybe somewhat common. I had an uncomfortable conversation yesterday with the leading tackler in the history of Norfolk High.
That would be
Lauren Swigert, who Schaefer golfed
Schaefer's
with.
laughing over here.
And Schaefer had no knowledge of who Swigert was. Didn't know.
No.
Swigert's been on the show 50 times, probably discussed on the show, mentioned on the show.
Never been in
never on the studio, but mentioned on the show. And yes, I had it. So I
golfed with him.
Swigert.
Yeah. We had a match play on Tuesday in a golf event, and Swigert's partner starts off with a birdie on the first hole, which we got pushed out, don't have a chance there. My partner and I, we're both pretty high handicap golfers, so we're relying on our strokes, and turning bogeys into pars and stealing holes that way. We just got boxed out for basically 13 holes straight. I think they had one natural bogey the entire time. On the third hole, Swigert's partner hit an eagle.
Oh no.
Just pure natural eagle. There's no doubt about it. It was that kind of day. So we battled a little bit, but it was pretty much over.
So we started with a birdie, then an eagle in the third hole.
Yeah, so it went birdie, par, eagle, and then we have the fourth hole. Won the fifth. We're like, all right, we're turning, and then it was just kind of petered out from there.
Lauren, how was Lauren?
He turned it on, so his partner carried the first probably 4 or 5-ish holes, and then Lauren just turned it on.
That's what he is. Yeah.
He made a putt, like an 18-foot putt on 13, and I needed to make like a 6-foot putt to keep us alive. I did not.
We
were done at that point. So
was the putt close? Did you lip it out at all?
It was one of those downhill with a bit of a break on it.
Tough.
I just pushed it right past.
This was at Firethorn.
Yeah.
Swigert was like that though. It's not coming on late like that. He averaged about 4.5, 5 tackles in the first half and usually around 14 in the second half.
Dang.
So he finished that way. But he was he really enjoyed golfing with
Schaefer. We had a good time. And I mean, obviously they were playing very well, so that certainly helps it. But no, it was a good group.
Schweiger.
Schaefer, we've been in the show the last couple of days been trying to understand, explain the Big Ten baseball format for the tournament. I know you are
the guy to explain it.
I know you're very much so confused by it too. Is there any defense for how this has been formatted, in your opinion?
I think the defense would be this is what the coaches themselves voted for. But we've seen this in college sports several times now where the vote happens, the people involved in the vote are no longer happy with what they chose, almost as if they weren't aware of what it all looked like. I don't understand why these games that have no bearing are even happening. Like you could have had just
Michigan
Nebraska
State's playing today, right?
Yeah, like Nebraska, Michigan State play on Tuesday, and that should just be the winner moves on to play Oregon. Like that, like we've had systems like this for years. It's not some newfangled thing. I don't know who's like, we want an extra game for our team to play, stick around in Omaha for 2 extra days, and then play this meaningless game. And then Oregon, there's no incentive for them to throw anybody that you would use over the rest of the weekend. It's like
how do you defend it?
It's like an exhibition simulated game.
I heard someone say
very, very bizarre.
Someone say, well, still get that one extra game to build for next year. No, there's no what turn it around. Well, we got that extra game in because first of all, the roster won't even be close to the same. If you are out of it, you think you're going like, this is our team. No, we're going to try to get other players. It makes zero sense.
The baseball's going to be bad too, where it's guys are basically going to go up there and try to pad whatever stats they can. In a meaningless game, you're probably going to have pitchers who haven't thrown much this year that are just out there, which could lead to a ton of walks and
I just imagine a game just going on says 13, 12.
It's completely meaningless.
TV inventory. What about TV inventory?
Well, I mean, I guess there's that, but that's not really helpful.
It's good for the Big Ten Network, though, to have a set schedule.
Kind of, but if I guess my pushback to that would be the Big Ten Network goes out of its way to not televise baseball games most of the spring anyways, so no one's going to feel bad for them.
It's true.
That they have less games to televise that they don't even choose to televise.
Well, I just wonder if it's just a matter of just pure inventory. If this gives us something on a day we wouldn't have anything.
I guess.
You imagine tuning into who's Michigan State play?
Oregon.
What's that?
Oregon.
They play Oregon.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, they're
The
playing
same pool.
Yeah, same pool.
The
Okay.
same pool.
Okay, but yeah, who cares? It's so.
Well, it's not great TV.
It's that's what I mean.
It's
My
not
point-
great
that's my
TV,
point.
but it's not going
like
to drop.
Shafe just said, it does nothing to do.
Like, how many people
Yeah.
you think are even going to be at that game? Michigan State, Oregon.
would
It
guess
doesn't matter. I guess
97.
Yeah, maybe
27.
talk to the Big 12 too, because they did this a few years ago, and then they're like going, "This is stupid," and they're back to
Stopped it.
They're
I
back.
thought it was the ACC, but yeah, there was another. Maybe there's
Maybe,
multiple
no, I think it
conferences.
was ACC,
Was
not
the
Big
ACC.
12. I'm wrong. It's
Yeah.
ACC. And the SEC.
They voted again. They're like, yeah, we're never doing that again.
That's the dumbest thing ever. And guess what? Just pull that bracket of the SEC up. It's like it's gold. How it's set up. And the top 4 teams only have to win 3 games. That's all you
Well,
have to.
and that's the thing. I mean, you could just advance Oregon, and it would have been Oregon, UCLA. Was it Oregon, UCLA, USC, Washington? It was a 4. Yeah,
Well-
so you just move them all up around. Everybody else plays effectively a
Like
playing
Iowa
game
was
or
in that
whatever you
They
want.
they got to
yeah,
beat-
Iowa. It wasn't.
They bring 16 teams. They'd have left 1 team out instead of leaving whatever we
Yeah.
left out, 5 teams out. It's like, just do that.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. So if
I-
you're the 14th team, you're going like, all right, we got to go play. This is kind of fun. We lost 1, we're out.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know why they wouldn't do this single elimination thing, other than, I guess, the TV inventory, and then again, this is what the coaches voted for.
The
There's
coaches voted for it. I didn't know. That's how it works.
that's my understanding of it, is that they had this whole conversation, leading up to this year, because you added these 4 new teams, and what do you want this to look like, and everything else, and it's bizarre because you have a basketball conference tournament. Like, it's not like you don't have a model for how to run this thing as a single elimination event. Like,
I don't know.
and also with baseball, you run the risk this time of year all the time, just trying to get games in with weather and everything else. Like, why would you be actively seeking out extra
More
games to
games.
burn more
It
arms?
don't matter.
And you're a multi-bid league, so you want multiples of your teams to go into the tournament and have a chance to play. Like, it's just.
We just need the tournament director on this show.
Yeah.
Because he could
I
explain.
don't want them on, because they would try to make,
Yeah.
and I'd be pushing back so hard, it'd be bad radio.
Be fighting
It would
here.
be bad radio.
fist throwing.
No
But
matter
what if
what
he
they
came
came
with
out-
a good explanation?
It'd have to be something so there isn't one, because you know why? The SEC and the ACC, they're not doing it, and one group has done it
They
before.
did it already.
And they did it
Stop.
already. They're like, well, no, that's one of the dumbest things we ever did. Enough, and they got it. But you know how many times you've agreed to something to speak at or some deal that's 9-10 months out, and all of a sudden you go, what am I doing? Why in the world am I doing this? And all going, because it is 10 months out. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I can do that. And also get that text. Hey, we good to go on Monday? And you're like, oh yeah, this is yeah, that's what happened on this one. Yeah, it's a good idea. Everyone's saying now, play extra, love our team and stuff like that. Michigan State guy just imagine the guy dropped the ball. I want to get back out there.
We have to play again. It doesn't matter at all.
I got to go back out there and just relive this whole nightmare.
I'm still dumbfounded by that entire thing.
It was dumbfounding.
Just to
With the guy
watch
missing that
so
ball?
much baseball. Yeah, and it's the way that it's just like it hit the center of
Right.
his glove.
Yeah.
It is glove.
And he had
Just
done
squeezed
that
down.
on the diving catch before, where you saw it hit just the dead center piece, which that's how you get that pop effect. And I mean, if he catches it just slightly different, they win that game. We're not even having this conversation.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
and
this
he had to go back
conversation-
out there. He had to go back out there for the 9th.
This conversation would be way better right now if Nebraska was playing. Not better for Nebraska, better for this conversation. Imagine if Nebraska was playing tonight.
But they play tomorrow.
They play tomorrow.
No,
They didn't matter.
no. My point is they're
Okay.
playing in a meaningless game.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. That this conversation
Oh,
would
no,
be
I
way
know.
more in detail. We're talking about Michigan State playing
Yes.
in a meaningless game.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I totally know what you're saying.
Jake didn't know I thought they were playing tomorrow.
No, I'm just saying. Your point.
Jake thought- I knew.
No, I think the
I knew
confusion is
Nebraska.
my
I knew
point was
Nebraska
this.
was not eliminated. I was
I know.
aware
My
when
point was-
Nebraska
my
won.
point was
No
that
one's
they're actually waiting
eliminated.
one more
Everyone's
day.
stayed.
I think eliminated. They won.
They're waiting one more day. Even that would be longer time to wait. So, but they're not. They have something to play for tomorrow against Oregon at 6:00.
6:00 tomorrow.
Yes,
6:00
at the Schwab. Are you going, Schaefer? Will you be there?
Not tomorrow. We have a conversation to get Hudson to a game if they make it to Saturday, the 2:00.
Okay.
2:00 semifinal on Saturday. Should Nebraska make it that far? I don't know if I think they can get past Oregon. I'm actually surprised they won, regardless of everything that happened in the 9th inning. That was one of the better pitchers in the conference. Nebraska was able to get to him and then get into Michigan State's bullpen a little bit, and ultimately come back and win that game. With the draw they had, I wasn't sure they were getting by Michigan State's kind of ace pitcher.
Well, they barely did.
They've slayed one dragon, and now I don't love the phrase "house money" with sports, but that's kind of where Nebraska's at.
Softball 8 seed won it. Michigan's an 8 seed.
Yep,
true.
They can win it.
So it's definitely on the table for them. I mean, should be a fun if Nebraska wins Friday, fun weekend with softball going on, baseball in Omaha with an opportunity to try to get to the championship and then back into a regional that nobody would have saw coming when we got into March, and Nebraska was like 2-7 in Big Ten.
They were. It was bad. Nebraska softball still advanced.
Yeah.
They're playing Tennessee in the Super Regional, and Jordy Ball did not get out one time in the regional against in LSU. 12 appearances.
She hasn't made an out in a regional in her career. I believe that was the
career
that was going around. Well, at one point she had only hit home runs or walked in regional games.
Then she had a single
with her time at Oklahoma and Nebraska combined, and then she had to ruin it by hitting a single. Dang. Can you just imagine you have this immaculate stat and you're up there just singling? What are we doing? What is this?
Do you think Rhonda brought her in to the office? Hey, listen,
that wasn't a home run or a walk.
We appreciate the 1,000% on base percentage. I think that helps.
Single?
But we're just doing singles now. Is that what we're doing?
Come on, you're better than
Your
this.
slugging percentage is going to plummet here.
You're going to plummet here, and that's going to
We were trying to think about the closest comparison in recent years for Nebraska athletics to what she's doing for the softball team. What comes to mind for you for Nebraska sports?
I don't know if there's a singular. I mean, she quite possibly is going to be the national player of the year. She's phenomenal, both as a hitter and as a pitcher. I don't know that there's, and then the total effect on the team. And they were, before she arrived, they had made a regional in 2022. It wasn't like they were bad by any means, but just the effect of having that and everything else. I don't know that there's a great.
I don't think there is a great comparison. What about Alex Gordon?
It's hard though, because Nebraska baseball was kind of a machine,
right?
And Alex Gordon and I say only played third base and was one of the best hitters.
Yeah, he didn't pitch
the planet.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was also giving you the numbers that Jabba Chamberlain was, or whoever else that year coming off the mound. So, and that team just, whether it was Joe Simakaitis or everyone, like there was a lot of good players. But yeah, I mean, it's that sort of like, you have that kind of player in the middle of a baseball, softball lineup. You just kind of think anything's possible.
Yep.
You're just, every time you're like, okay, we're X amount of at bats until Gordon's up again. Just get a couple guys on. He can do it one swing, that kind of thing. I mean, that's what it is with Jordy Ball. But then, right behind her is Ava
Cusack.
Yes. I can't remember the last name.
Ava Cusack.
She's had a monster year, and it almost sort of goes unnoticed because it's a little bit in the shadow of what Jordy Ball's doing.
Yeah, she's a short.
She's been phenomenal.
20 plus home runs.
Yeah.
Jordy has 23 home runs.
Set the school record, I believe.
Yes. Right. Now they'll be going up against a pitcher named Carla Pickens.
Yeah, they faced her right at the beginning of the year. Yeah, two of the best pitchers in the country. I mean, it's a loaded regional. It should be very competitive. Be
a great place to watch because that place will be packed.
Oh yeah,
Knoxville,
Tennessee fans, they're into it.
I have never been to Knoxville. That is one of the college towns across the country that I think would be a blast for almost any sporting event that you go to.
Never been there either.
It's incredible.
Well, Nebraska just keeps not playing there, despite having been on the schedule a few different times.
Took it off the schedule themselves.
What else we got going?
If you got any questions for Mike Schaefer for recruiting, please text us 402-464-5685. We'll take your questions after the break. How about that?
That's good, Jake.
That's nice.
So,
I tell you what, Jake does that so well.
Just smooth as
butter. Smooth, yes.
Recruiting questions for Schaefer. Again, 464-5685. More Mike Schaefer next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Hey guys, it's AD. Join us on Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. for The Drive at A1 Automotive's brand new location at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill in South Lincoln. We'll be on ahead of the grand opening, which goes from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., which will have giveaways, free food, and tours. We'll see you on Friday at the brand new A1 Automotive.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Play ball!
Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. They offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today.
Currency.
Yes. Currency.
So we did the math the other day, Shafe. When you get the half day, they get 7 weeks of paid vacation.
Wow.
7 weeks of paid vacation. Imagine starting that one off. Also, like, hey, what do you get? So is there any sort of like time off? Well, you get 7 weeks paid. That's a pretty good deal.
Because it's the equivalent of having all those half days.
All those half days that add up.
See the math.
That's
Yeah,
how
that's good.
You
That's
crunch numbers.
actually
And you know what?
Pretty impressive.
That's why you belong. That's why you belong in the fintech business. That's like I said,
numbers.
So, Shafe, have you ever been out to Santos Global?
Yeah, I actually, as bizarre as this sounds, my sister-in-law used to do some part-time work for them, and they would give everybody a ham at Easter.
Sure.
And I went and picked up the ham for her one time because she was in Omaha.
The story just
yeah.
got way better.
Yeah.
So they're doing.
So the only time I've been out there is I went and picked up a ham.
So they're doing
very pleasant people, and they gave me a ham. It
They're
was pretty
financing. Cool. They have this whole new fintech currency, and they're giving out hams. This is
Maybe
incredible.
they don't do that anymore, but
I
they,
bet
they definitely did.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Carson Shaw could get you a ham.
How did
if
they
you need
present
a
it to you?
Yeah, did it come like in a box? Yeah, what was the,
so it was in like a
where'd
it was
you
in like
go?
a nice bag.
The story
with
is
the name
amazing.
on it. You had to like check in and get your ham.
A ham in a bag.
Yeah, it was a good ham. It was a
Was
good
it a
Easter
spiral?
ham.
Was it a spiral?
It was a
ham?
spiral ham.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew it was spiral. I knew it
It
was.
was
Carson.
Spiral ham?
Yeah, you knew Carson. would
We
have one.
ate it for Easter 2022.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Was there a was there a
Yeah, I
line?
walked in and I said who I was picking it up for and was directed to the table. I mean, it was one of those where I think like it goes by the last name. So
Was there just a wall of hams behind you?
No,
Just,
I wish. That would have been pretty cool.
There's a wall.
You
of
just
ham.
you got to go pick your ham.
You put the
actually
ham out
wa-
yourself.
You know, and they have like the little ladders on wheels,
Yeah.
like you see at the libraries,
Oh,
where it'll
my-
just
or
swing
like-
from side to side.
see where
You got to
else.
go up this to go pick out your ham. Yeah,
Where else
that'd
you
have
see
been
a
cool.
That'd have been cool if you'd been this.
Now that's a store.
I'd like 13D, please. Is my ham 13D?
No, the one right next
Now I'm imagining a ham vending machine.
Oh,
That's what it feels like.
I thought I was just amazed that I was
thing
out
would
there
get
and toured
stuck.
the place, and then Shafe just
They're
taught
giving
me.
out. They're giving out hams.
He went and picked up a ham. Was there a line?
No, I mean there was people, but it was orderly. I mean they
Of
they had
course, it was orderly.
as you walk in. They had it where
Sandals
you just,
Global.
you know, you kind of knew there was a sign that said ham pickup and it pointed to the
There was
direction.
a sign for a ham pickup.
ham pickup.
And you wonder why things are going good. How about this one? 7 weeks paid vacation, and also have your family whip out and get a ham.
Ham.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sounds like incredible.
Okay.
You went out there.
He went out there to get a ham.
Go.
It was requested of
I'm
me.
going to say this right now. if they do it again and you go to pick it up, I want to ride along.
Okay.
I just
All
want to.
Shoot us
Shafe,
a
just
text.
call me. I'll meet you at what's that? Down the hatch.
Yeah.
I'll meet you down the hatch, and we'll go over and get the ham.
Where's down the hatch?
This
That's
is
in the
going well
Highlands.
for us. I like this.
Right
I
by
like this
Sandals.
for us quite a bit.
Yeah, I like it for us to be a good day. We'll make a day of it.
Yeah.
We'll make a day.
We can definitely make a day of it. Started it
Down the hatch is in the Highlands
In the
near
Highlands.
Sand Hills Global.
Oh, it's right
Down the
there.
hatch.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
there's-
restaurant. It's a bar.
There's an Amigos
Restaurant
right across.
sports bar.
There's Amigos.
Oh,
right
you're
across the street.
unfamiliar.
Down the hatch, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it. To the
Everyone
Highlands
knows where
very
Down the
often.
Hatch is. I think that's one of those kind of a standard places.
I
everyone
did
should
not.
know.
I've never heard of it.
Huh.
This is one of the
Interesting.
first bars I think I frequented after turning 21 because over by where I kind of lived
That
at
era.
that point in time. So
Oh, you
yeah,
lived over in the Highlands?
not kind of Highlands adjacent. I don't want to misrepresent.
I wish you wouldn't.
I can't believe you got a ham with a sign. Ham pickup.
Ham
pickup. That just thank you, Sandhills Global. Get involved. Currency, fintech, Carson
Ham.
Shot.
GoCurrency.com/careers. Okay, we got some questions for Schaefer from the text line.
Hit him.
Are they about the
464-5685.
What's a ham question?
Maybe later on.
Spiral.
Question for Mike. What impact have you seen on the recruiting trail already from the peer recruiting from Trey Taylor? That's Christian from Austin, Texas, who says, by the way, horns down.
Oh, look at that. I can't say that I can see a lot of peer recruiting impact. I know he talked with Brian Christopherson here. Brian had a nice story over the weekend about just kind of Trey Taylor and his journey to ending up with Nebraska. And I know that peer recruiting is going to be a big part of it. There's a lot of 2027s Nebraska's already brought to campus. There's more guys that are going to be coming back this summer. I would imagine Trey Taylor is going to be over multiple times this summer just because he's going to be that kind of guy. Wants to be involved in the peer recruiting process. I wish that I had like specific names, but there's nobody that I would feel like particularly comfortable. Just know that if Nebraska is involved in the recruitment of someone and it's high profile enough that it's ending up being discussed on Twitter or whatever else, you can pretty much rest assured Trey Taylor's trying to dive into the DMs there and talking up Nebraska to whoever he can and whoever wants to listen.
Okay, move on.
Rolling on. Somebody has a non-Nebraska question for you. Eric says, can you ask Shafe how bad the Vikings will be this year? Brother-in-law's a big fan. Are we concerned, Shafe?
I'm not super excited. They have a loaded roster, but you don't know what you have at quarterback, and that schedule is absolutely unrelenting and brutal. So, and the NFC North is really good.
I can't imagine you feel great about having back-to-back games overseas. I mean, they play what, Dublin and
Yeah,
then
I don't mind that as much. They're playing because those are two of their you hate to phrase it like this, but those are two games where you anticipate they have a better chance of winning against Pittsburgh and the Browns.
That's okay, phraseology.
But it's just one of those where you'd probably like to play them in the United States if you get the opportunity.
Hold on, where are they going? Dublin.
They're going
and
to
what?
play in Dublin and London
Yeah,
in
we
back-to-back
talked about
weeks.
that, yeah.
The first NFL team.
God.
Maybe the Jaguars have done it.
But they
Jags always play.
They play in London.
Yeah, so it's the first time an NFL team has played in two different countries in
Yes.
back-to-back weeks that aren't the United States
That
and,
sounds
and
accurate.
England.
Does anyone know this, Shafe? You're the NFL. You and Jake Sorensen. Is there a player compensation that also help when they have this meeting? Hey guys, we're going to go overseas. We're going to play two games back to back, two different countries. Oh, and by the way, we also get to compensate you. It's an extra whatever, $200,000 or $100,000, whatever. If I'm a player, I'm like going, we're going over there. We're going over there for one reason, for the NFL to make money.
Yeah,
that's what it's for.
Well, and then you have to for the Vikings, you're going to go over. You're going to be there for like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to get early,
yeah.
and then you're just there the entire time.
Mhm.
You're adjusting body clockwise, all of that.
Yeah.
You finish your game again against Pittsburgh, and then you have another week and another Sunday again. So then you're in London for an entire week.
Wow.
So I think for the Vikings, they were in discussions of bringing over multiple planes that included family members and others, so like players wouldn't.
I would
just
imagine
be on
the
their
NFL
own
is
for the
paying
week.
for a lot of
Yeah.
stuff to get them to do this.
I don't know the specifics on like if there's a stipend. I'm sure they're compensated with a per diem of.
Oh
some
yeah, they're gonna
sort.
get that. But I just wonder if it's like
Um,
if I'm a rookie, I'm going like, hey, by the way, I'm getting an extra $100,000. I just made the team, and I'm a undrafted free agent. Okay, let's get down. I'm down with this.
You're probably pretty excited
Pretty
about
excited
this.
about that. But if I'm Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
I'm like going, what do we do? Because this is all for one thing. What is it? The NFL.
Yeah.
And it's not for and the Vikings are the next ones in line to get something from
It's
this.
for the league to continue its branding and mission
Yes.
to. I mean, there's going to be an international team.
You don't get
at some
anything
point in
10
time.
years from now. If
Yeah.
someone says like that. Hey, listen, we want to give you some more compensation because you went over and played back. Nope, they don't care.
Global game, Bill.
Yeah.
Global game.
No, I agree with it. I just wonder now, is it also like, hey, FYI, the next team up that's doing this is you. And the next team up is you. We're all doing it. We're just happening. The Vikings are the ones doing it first.
Yeah.
On to Dublin.
I'd go back to Dublin.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jake's been there.
I was hopeful that
Are they playing in the same stadium? Do we know?
Yes, it has to be.
Yeah.
What else would there be in Dublin?
I've never
to play?
been to Dublin. Maybe it's full of
I don't think that
stadiums.
there's another stadium besides
I would
Aviva
imagine
Stadium
Aviva.
to play in. It's got to be Aviva. It has
I would
to
think
be.
so.
It has to
Just
be.
now realized I'm the only one at the table that hasn't been to Dublin.
You're gonna.
Shane, you've been to Iceland though.
I have been to Iceland.
You have been to Iceland. Close.
We did discuss.
Jake really enjoyed Dublin.
I'd like to go back every year if I could.
I'd like to Nebraska to head back there.
I did not read this, but this is from Genghis, and you guys mentioned this.
The Genghis
off the air. Genghis says, "Does Schaefer have a take on the Ari Wasserman article on Matt Rule? Did you see this at all or not?"
I did not see this, by the way.
Do you know what
I
he's
haven't
talking
read
about?
the article. I am familiar with the hubbub that happened last night.
How come I'm
Help
not?
us with the hubbub.
It was online hubbub.
Let's hub.
Okay, now I'm just gonna.
So if you were aggressively being offline last night, you
No, I
probably
wasn't. I
wouldn't.
was working on a preview on Michigan State. And I
Huh.
was being informed by a couple of our writers of there's a flare up.
Yeah.
But I said
Give
to
us
them,
the hubbub here.
I have to write this, and I'm watching the Knicks, so I'll deal with this tomorrow.
So your company on 3
On
employs,
three.
Ari Wasserman, right?
He's a columnist.
Yep.
A
And
national type column.
He well, first earlier in the day there was a tweet from the On3 social media pulling a quote from Matt Rule saying that he wanted 40 teams in the college football playoff
off the
from
cuff.
a podcast.
Yeah.
And so I think it stemmed from that, and then Wasserman ends up writing a column about how there shouldn't be so many teams in the playoffs, and this is the premise of the column. I have not read it. I want to.
Oh,
I
have
can't
not
summarize the actual
Cliff
column.
notes.
But in his tweet, he sort of takes a shot at Matt Rule, saying that there shouldn't be more teams. Teams just need to be better to getting into the. And then Sean sort of interjected,
Sean Callahan,
saying that this was all taken out of context, and then it just became like the latest Nebraska media thing.
God, I'm
online.
glad I missed that. I'll look into it today.
So the only thing that I saw,
I think you should be. I think you're fine having missed. I think everyone is fine having missed.
I didn't
That's
strike
off-season
me
fodder.
as something I need. It was when I don't like to get involved in another writer's situation. You know.
So the only thing was this written, but I saw one, whether it be blurb, I guess, the one thing that came across, and I think it was from Coach Rule about the difference. And I think the thing that he made a big point about was in the difference between those conferences that play 9 and those that play 8.
Yeah.
So that's probably what got things.
Yeah, and it as
fired
far as
one
I
across
am to
the bow.
understand it, and Steve was in the actual conversation. It was made in like a jest. It was like
Yeah,
a
he's joking
joke.
around. So I was kind of like, well, okay, what's
And
going
so
on?
then I think because it got turned into a pull quote on social media, and because we as society lack less media literacy than ever, people just assume that this was like a real quote. I mean, it's no different than Paul Feinbaum last year going after Matt Rule for saying that the Big Ten, that Matt Rule thinks it's the best conference in the country and that they could get up to 4 teams or maybe even more. And Paul Feinbaum had he
Stay in your
melted
lane.
down over that.
He
Yeah,
said, stay in your lane.
which is whatever.
Right.
I don't need to share my thoughts on Paul Feinbaum.
No.
Nobody needs it, but
That's May. It's
yeah,
May.
yeah. No, it definitely wasn't. The off season is too
But if
long.
somebody made a quote,
that's how I felt
of
yesterday when
anyone.
all of this was going.
Yeah.
If the new head coach at Purdue said we should get 40 in, I wouldn't even have read anything past that. Like, well, no, he's not saying anything. Because right now it's like
40.
Everybody right now says 16 is like a little absurd.
Yeah, he
It
wasn't
really is. It's
serious
like,
about
yeah,
40. I hope people
No.
understand that.
It was in
Yeah.
jest.
Yeah.
He was joking.
40.
It's just like I said. I mean, it's one of those things that it gets put out there in a context that conveys that he's serious, and people just run with.
Oh,
the
is that what
idea.
that was the deal?
Yeah, that's how that was.
40
yes.
was completely in jest.
Yeah, and nobody that didn't listen to the podcast would know that if all they were
Okay,
going
now I
off
get
of
it.
is the social media post or the column.
What
I
is
get it.
every day, Steve?
April Fool's Day.
Every day is April
Pretty
Fool's
much.
Day.
Feels like
Bill,
You don't have to.
every
we
day.
talked about it on the show. There's no reason for April Fool's jokes anymore.
So I guess
Every day
to
there's
answer the
something.
question for the Big Ten tournament, they're at least giving us games that don't matter, but it's still sports versus conjecture.
Yeah.
So there's something
to
better about
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Than just having. Let's just have somebody come on.
Athletic competition versus people talking about themselves talking about athletic competition. So
there is some truth to that.
April Fools. Michigan State's playing Oregon today for nothing.
Yes.
April Fools.
What are they in? Well, they're in the Big Ten tournament. So if they win, they advance.
No.
I want you to think of that one right there.
State's done
They're in the
regardless.
Big Ten tournament, and if they win, do they advance then? No.
They're going home.
They're going home. When they know right now their flights are set, just so you know. They know when they're going home. The plane is ready to go.
Quick as possible. April Fool's joke?
No,
it's a tournament format.
It's great. So the last couple of days, there's 4 teams that knew when they played they couldn't advance. That's correct, but just good team unity, and I guess Oregon's going to pitch their first baseman against them to see.
Why they should?
Is that April Fool's joke?
No, it's the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah. Every day is April Fool's.
What it's gotten to this point. Let's play the game. So give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels.
I'm out.
Bagels and
No,
Joe.
I mean, not really.
Schaefer Lifeline for SIP today. Today's topic is quarterbacks of national championship teams.
Okay.
Of the past. The starting
I like the
quarterbacks.
topic.
Are we in the 70s?
Fine.
We are not in the 70s. We're not in the 70s.
The show.
If you know your quarterbacks of national championship teams, call us at 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the down Sip and Schaefer in trivia today.
That's my favorite thing we say.
Quarterbacks of national championship teams. We have James. James, how do you feel about quarterbacks of national title teams today?
Oh, I think okay.
Feels okay. Schaefer, you feel good?
I feel good.
Sip feels all right about this?
Jake, this is high potential for embarrassment for me.
I wish you would name. I would never miss one if you named the player. I would get the team.
Right.
That would be a layup, but I could lock up on a name.
All right. Well, James, first question goes to you. Who was the quarterback of the 2002 Ohio State National Championship team in football?
Is it Cardale Jones?
Cardale was in 2014.
I have this. If you
I would. Okay, now just let me make sure I don't know it. I do. I can see the man.
I can see.
He's a blonde-haired man. He's a white man.
It is, yeah.
I don't know his name.
His big play was against Purdue earlier that year on like a
fourth
down.
and something. Yeah.
It was a huge touchdown pass.
And his name is
Craig Krenzel.
Would you have got that? I did not have. I would not have.
I will say this: that's a hard one. That's not one of those layups.
For me, it's a layup because that is like one of those foundational. I remember that Miami, Ohio State. Like that was just an outstanding championship game.
It was,
and I kind of just remember Miami's run that whole year.
1-0 lead for Sip. Schaefer's out of, so it's all you now, Sip. Who was the quarterback of the 2004 USC National Championship team? 04 team.
Wait a second. USC.
USC.
He's a broadcaster now, and he's tall with black hair. No, maybe not. Is that right?
No hints.
He's possibly won a Heisman Trophy.
I like that hair is your go-to for the description
of everyone. You can't miss this.
5 seconds.
I'm going to miss it. The name's not coming. My engine is not firing at all. I'm locked up.
4.
This is incredible.
3.
I'm locked up.
Because Krenzel was really difficult.
2.
This was the easiest one you could
Is this a Heisman Trophy winner?
1.
Yeah.
He's tall. I've met him.
Yeah.
You got no seconds left.
Yeah.
I can't say his name.
All right, Horns. Do you want this one, James, or not?
Yeah, I'll take it. It's Matt Leinart.
Matt Leinart.
Just met him.
Brilliant.
Just met him.
Now
in
you're
Indiana.
back to tied and Schaefer's out.
Yeah, it's not good.
You didn't get that.
Leinart, he's on TV.
I shook his hand in Indiana.
Yeah.
With Brady Quinn and your friend Urban Meyer.
1-1 tie. Back to you, James, for the lead.
Matt Leinart is his name.
Who was the quarterback of the 2006 Florida National Championship team? 06.
06. That's a tough one.
Oh, he's right in front of me. I can see
Was
him.
it Tim Tebow?
No.
I can see him.
Tebow was the
I
next
have a
one
name.
for them.
Schaefer?
Schaefer can't help you, though.
No, it's after Sipple makes his correct guess.
Pass.
That would be Chris Leak.
Ooh, really hard.
Chris Leak.
Really hard
Yeah.
one, Jake. That's a
Tebow
hard
played
one.
a little bit, I think, on that team. Came in for some like special packages, but
Yep.
he was the quarterback. He was.
Chris Leak was the guy.
Yeah.
Leak is a hard one.
Yeah.
I think James had two tough questions today, but Schaefer got Krenzel right.
All right, this is another one.
This is for the win, but if you missed this, James can steal. Who was the quarterback of the 2009 Alabama National Championship team?
Another white guy. I think he actually went on to play for the Bengals. I think it's Mick something. Maybe not.
Nick something.
No, Mick.
Mick. Oh, Mick something.
Littler guy, white, black hair. Not a big arm, but pretty accurate.
Come on.
5 seconds, please.
Played for the Bengals.
5, 4.
Don't have a name.
3.
Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels. No.
Locked up. Locked up. Did I describe him correctly?
You don't have to take this if you don't want, James. Up to you. It'd be Greg McElroy. You're thinking about A.J. McCarron.
Wait a
Think
second.
McCarron, yeah.
I was thinking about Karen.
Yeah.
McElroy's not
If I
black.
had to have guessed, I would have went McElroy. I would have.
This goes to.
I was thinking A.J. McCarron. When was he?
He would have been the quarterback after McElroy.
Yes,
Ooh.
right
He
after
won
him.
2.
Yep.
Oh.
This goes to you, James. Alabama beat Texas 37-21 in the 2010 title game of the 09 season. How many yards did Greg McElroy throw for in that game for Alabama? They won 37-21.
What year was that?
This is the 09 season, but the 2010 title. James,
From right
Do I
down.
have to,
how many
do I
yards?
have to nail this, or is this an over?
You put the number.
If you had to pick, if you had to get the exact number, that'd be hard.
I need a number for you, James.
287.
287 yards.
What do you
is the
think?
guess.
What are you saying? Show it to me. I think it's this.
Oh.
I'm out. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that.
What did you write down?
I didn't write anything down because I didn't know.
He says 287 yards.
Bill's saying lower. I'm saying over.
You're
I was
saying,
with Bill.
you're saying over 287.
Greg McElroy. They ran the ball like 100 times.
He had 58 passing yards.
Yeah, I was gonna-
You said over.
I said 310.
Yeah, 310.
He was 6 for 12. He had 6 completions. They had 37 points in the game.
Yeah.
One
Is that
pick.
the first quarter number?
No, that's the whole game. They ran for about 250 yards that game. They had,
Texas never really had a chance.
they had a pick 6 in that game too. But James,
What was the number you
win.
put out?
he put out 287.
287.
You went over. It was 58
Right away, what did I say?
under. Nice win, James. Congrats.
It's a horrifying
Hey, I
loss.
want to give a shout out to all the students and teachers with their last day of school today.
Hey, the teachers.
Nice.
Shout out to the
James,
teachers.
thank you for that. Thank you, James.
Appreciate that.
I just dropped off 3 8th graders that are ready for high school next year.
Okay.
That's
Three
awesome.
8th graders going to high school.
Thank you,
As
James.
as traditions change, because back in our day, from start to finish, the end of school was water balloons. Water balloons made an
I think
appearance.
they have changed.
That has changed.
Things have changed.
Yes.
I
That
don't
was-
recall water balloons being
Yeah.
part of my last day of school at any point.
Any point.
Oh,
It was every day.
I had a
squirt
one time,
guns and
once.
water balloons.
One
But
time I had a water balloon.
that was very normal to have water balloons come out the last day of school, and then there would be driving around Pender with people throwing water balloons at people, and that was
Fun.
at cars, and it was and people riding in the back of pickups.
Good, clean
Unsafe.
fun,
Good-
literally.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you get hit by
Clean
water.
fun. Yes.
Can anybody else chime in? Was that only Pender water balloons?
Well, Beatrice did. I
And
did
squirt
it.
guns, water balloons.
Columbus was water balloons.
I
A
did
little
in
bit of water.
6th grade, I had that Beatrice water balloons. So you're not alone, Bill.
Thank you.
You're not alone.
Anyone else chime in?
Hey, you're not alone.
Thank you. Not alone. I like hors d'oeuvres.
I spray tan.
Norris Sanderson says no water balloons at Norris yesterday.
Okay.
Nope.
Really?
Somebody says definitely water guns back in the day.
Now that one's frowned upon to bring any sort of thing that looks like a gun
Right.
into it. Yeah, that would be one of the things of no, but that was normal though back in our day. You brought squirt guns to school. That was common.
That was in Henderson.
Yeah,
apparently.
everyone brought squirt guns to school. I'm very in on that not going on now.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm like going, no,
I was out on it then.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, when you're sitting in class, which happened to me numerous times. Remember the one that had like the knuckles? You could like put the thing right between here, right? Just taking a shot to the face from your buddy, just sitting in geometry class. Also, shot to the face, a squirt gun. That's funny.
Hour 3 is next. An early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Bros Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Busch, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
Out here on Nebraska's calm, welcoming waters, fishing is a breeze. It's the sweet spot where solo anglers find quiet before the catch, families reel in memories, and first-timers discover what makes fishing so special. From the Panhandle to the Platte, the best fishing happens here, beneath Nebraska skies. Get started at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late. It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Can you hear?
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 3 is sponsored by our friends at Nebco, now hiring at Ready Mix Concrete. You got their job openings at nebcoinc.com. Mike Schaefer still with us, by the way, from the he's sponsored by Ben Spirk of Farm Bureau.
Spirk!
You can call or text Ben at 402-217-9945.
Ben.
Yes. We had a couple questions that came in from Mike Schaefer that I want to get to.
Please, Jake.
Yeah, we got him in here. Let's get some knowledge.
We need some knowledge.
We do.
We have mentioned this is not a question about Jet Tamale. It's a question about someone said, what is the disconnect with Nebraska and Millard South in general for recruiting right now?
Is there a disconnect?
There might be a bit of a disconnect. I mean, Nebraska didn't offer Amarian Jackson and Jep Tamala, who are committed to Iowa State. They did offer Isaac Jensen, but he's not currently slated to be an official visitor.
Tight end
in the month of June. So it feels like there's something a little off with Nebraska and Millard South, that this is the most talented high school in the state for the next couple cycles, more than likely. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to get a player out of that group. They didn't get the tight end last year. Chase Lofton ended up going to Florida State. It looked like Nebraska was going to flip him late in the month of November. He came in for the UCLA game, and then that didn't go how anyone wanted. And then he ultimately ended up just sticking with Florida State, despite all the weirdness that was going on there and with their staff and everything else. So it just hasn't gone well. I can't pinpoint that there's any one thing or another. I just wonder if there's a little bit of resentment from some of the Millard South guys that felt like they never really got a look from Nebraska.
I have some working knowledge of this stuff. I'm not like you, but Jet Tamal, we know why.
Yeah, well,
there's Dayton Rayola.
Right. Yeah.
They have their quarterback. Jensen would be walking into a relatively full tight end room, right?
Yeah, but you still want to take one. And, last week on this show, I was talking about Camden Jensen, who kind of surprised committed over the weekend at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
That was Nebraska's number one tight end target at one point. So now they're kind of down to just a couple guys. And it was a banner year of local tight ends, and not local as in state, but just around in the 500-mile radius. There was some legit tight ends. And if Nebraska goes over, it's going to look pretty bad.
Amarian
Jackson's a wide receiver, defensive back that's been pretty good for 2 seasons already. He's committed to Iowa State.
And
he could end up as a defensive back. So he emerged as a wide receiver. He's one of those guys kind of like Xavier Watts. I'm not going to say that he's going to be an NFL draft pick like Watts was, but one of those where he's not going to jump off because of just straight athleticism, but he makes great plays. He's in the right spot. He just does everything really well. He's very fluid. That's why, Xavier Watts wasn't going to wow you with what his camp performance and testing times were, but he was always the most instinctive, best football player.
Tamala has an Alabama offer. Will he now? What do you expect to happen here?
I think that's an offer where he's probably going to have to earn it at a camp.
He'll have to go to camp. It's a camp offer, and that's
so
common.
I think his bond of Iowa State's pretty good. I don't know if he's going to walk off of that. And they have 5 kids at Iowa State or in their class that are committed that are from Nebraska, and so I know the Alabama offer happened. I don't think it's quite to the level where it kind of got pushed to.
Just a reminder with Iowa State. Let's make sure I get the name right here. I think I do, but he'll be an NFL tight end. Ben Bramer.
Oh yeah,
you got the name
from
Pierce.
From Pierce is an unbelievable player. I think he could be a top 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean he
started as a freshman.
Right,
True
that was
freshman
someone
started.
I pushed really really hard for 24/7 Sports to make a 4-star, and
he
just never got there.
I mean, multi-sport, you name it, coach's kid, and he plays at a high level.
Was he an in-between staff?
Yes.
So he was committed to the 2023 recruiting class, and then Frost was let go. He stayed committed up until when Rule was kind of announced. At that point, he had been hearing from Matt Campbell pretty much the entire time while that was going on. The family went over, took a visit, and it was kind of a done deal at that point.
Yeah.
Ben Bramer, what other questions do you have over there, Jake?
Well, we have from Eric on the text line said, right now, if you had to label Nebraska's top target at this point in recruiting, who is there a name that pops out?
Look at these questions coming in from the breakers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really fascinating defensive lineman named Valden Sone, who is originally from Sweden. He's now lives and plays in suburban DC area in Virginia. I think that's where it's at.
Okay.
And he is a guy that Terry Bradden just went over to Sweden to see his family and to spend time with his family. And this is someone who's reclassified. He'd be a 2027, which means he should be a high school junior, but he's going to be able to sign early. So he's a younger guy, but he's 6'3", he's bigger. I think they would love him on their defensive line. He played in the Army All-American Bowl as a sophomore this past year, and he was winning a bunch of the reps and the one-on-one stuff, and had a good, strong week of practice, and he vaulted up the rankings. I think in 24/7 Sports, we have a really high 4-star. So that's a guy that Nebraska, I think, would love to have just because it'd be a huge position of impact. So he would be
Swede.
He would certainly be on that. And then Kelvin Obit, who's from Idaho, is their top offensive lineman that they're going after as well. Claude Mpuma from Chicago, another big offensive lineman that they would love to get. I mean, it's going to be every year. I think their top targets are in the trenches, and then they try to get the best skill position players they can find. But they want to dominate in the trenches. That's what they
work inside out. It would be my way of operating.
Mass kicks ass.
Yes, work inside out. Who's the big German lineman they have? What's his name?
Heinrich
Hufken.
Yeah, David Hufken.
Say it like
How can you not say it?
That's your guy.
I just had
Please
I'm locking up.
Now you know his name. Say it.
It's David Hufken. David Hoofkin.
What do you hear about him?
I watched him. He's on the come, as they say. He is nearly 300 pounds. He's one of the absolute best looking athletes I've seen over there. I mean, he played though. He played in the Husker game.
Yeah. Well, he's older too.
Yeah, he's 24.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's a grown man.
So you have that benefit.
You can have a Swede and a German.
Good. If they're able to get Valden Sone.
Yeah, it is. So
international football.
You go where you got to go to get him. I guarantee that kid's going to play at some point. I don't know about this year. Huffkin's going to be a player. You just can't. He knows what he's doing, and he's just a specimen.
Hopefully, he's a player because he's made himself a player, and not because they need somebody to be a player.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's the defensive line, and that's kind of a question mark until it's not.
It's pretty much on every like Schaefer nailed on each position. It's like I played. Did you play because you were a dude, or did you play because they just hadn't done very well? That's on every team.
Yeah.
That's not here. It's not Huffkin. Every team. It's like sometimes like I played. Well, because things weren't going that well.
Yeah, Huffkin's almost 300 pounds now. I don't know. Like I said, he played with the down the line guys.
Yeah,
sat on that Husker game.
Yep,
he needed that. You need that's when you need reps. You need to play in those games. Like you play football. I'm sure that's probably the biggest thing with him. I would imagine. This hypothesis is play football.
Yep,
just go out there and just play. Put your hand down and go play.
It looked good. Now, listen, amateur hour evaluation, but to me, it looked good.
Did you take notes at all?
I did not. Mental notes.
Mental notes.
You don't want to take a lot of notes in that situation because then you're looking down, and how much do you miss when you're looking down? A lot.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be scribbling in your notebook as plays are going on,
or typing on your computer in the 21st century too.
Right. You miss a lot.
When I hear interviews,
you miss a lot.
No,
when they want to replay an interview,
do.
it drives me nuts. There'll be someone's asking the question. All you hear in the background is the typing sound from people typing while they're asking the question at a press conference. Well, could you answer that? And you hear them behind. I'm like, really? That'd be typing right. It has to be
instantaneous.
So this has to be going somewhere live within 4 seconds or 3 seconds.
Bill,
I'm like, what?
Well, isn't there a closed captioning thing that has to?
Well,
require that?
there's the people that are doing the transcripts.
Yeah.
And then
these are reporters. This is not transcripts.
But then it's also just the rush to you see it like the rush on social media to basically be one of the first to put
post.
the quote out.
I always tell the guys it's almost now you have to have the news as it comes out of their mouth.
Yeah,
like it's just ridiculous.
Have either one of you ever had been tabbed as? And this story was broke by, as reporting by Mike Schaefer, as reporting by Steve Sipple.
I'm 90 years old. At some point, you're going to break a story.
No, my point is, but have it identified. You broke a lot of stories, but in your early days, that you weren't. You weren't identified as like you wrote the story, but now you see it across the bottom of the TV that Shefty broke the story.
Yeah,
that he's the one who broke. So it's a big deal. It's like that type of thing.
Yeah, that pound the ego all the time. All about the ego for those guys.
I've never done that.
I would
gotta
not
start doing that.
Would not want that guy's life though.
What's that?
I would not want Adam Schefter's life though.
Oh no, you have
constantly
to be
looking at your phone.
You're never all you do. So all of a sudden you take a half hour off and something just changed, something just happened. There's a trade. What if all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers signs with Pittsburgh and you missed it for 4 hours because I was out fishing.
You wanted to go live your life?
Yeah,
I
was in Canada fishing and I missed it, Aaron. So I missed the whole thing, the whole day's off.
Some of those guys don't drive for that reason. They don't. They literally have drivers. They don't drive. No,
and then also the NFL has built themselves into every month.
Yeah,
every month
there's something all the time.
No time
all the time.
What's coming up? Well, the draft's coming up. The combine's coming up.
What if I sold it to you this way? You just do this.
Sell it.
Do this for a few years. You're going to make. I'm going to say you're going to make $5-6 million.
Yeah, I mean, if you're legitimately,
he's done it for a long time, though. He's done it for a long.
He must
time.
like it. He must like it.
And also, those guys. Certain guys get the credibility that they also keep secrets, which means they get the inside information, and guys trust them, and so they know something and they don't report it. And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I got something for you.
Yeah.
And they're the first ones that they call.
Some of it
get
just comes to Shefty. He doesn't even have to work.
No, that's what I mean. It's like, hey, I got a story.
He's the source.
Yeah,
Some
he's
of
the
it
source.
just goes.
Hey, I got a story. Oh, great, because they trusted him and
100. Hundo.
But you're right. If he's ever not the first to report it, people criticize him. They say, "Where are you at, Shefty?"
Well, including his bosses.
every single time,
including his boss.
Yes,
that would be the problem.
If he misses about, all of a sudden somebody else has about 10 stories.
Trouble.
It's like it's trouble.
It's trouble.
It is.
Now, it's trouble.
But if you're Schefter, I mean, you probably have vacation built into your time at ESPN. I assume you're not working 365.
When do you not see him though?
But he's always around.
He's daily on television.
Always there.
He's always on Twitter. He's like, that's the thing.
You're never
really can't just go do something.
Here's the thing though about those guys is I don't think he sits down and writes a lot.
No, it's just getting the information out. Yeah.
That would be very helpful. Think about it.
Yeah.
That'd be really helpful.
But you still are tethered to the beat, and
You
your
are.
beat is National Football
But you
League.
got to tweet some stuff
We
out.
all of a sudden, as we talk, if all of a sudden we're getting ready to go to Casey and the Sunshine Band, I hope you're coming for that, Shape. And we're all going to go to Lee's Chicken, and all of a sudden Shefty's there. He's gonna have his phone sitting out the whole time.
Yeah, Shefty. What are you doing here?
And it'll be blown up the whole time.
He probably has multiple phones.
I guarantee you.
He's got like the pristine A phone. Like this is the big deal, and this is the number that other people might have. That
There's no doubt he's got his wife is not texting on the work phone.
Yeah.
On the
This
other
is
phone.
the source's phone. This is
No.
the personal phone over here.
I would the college football are two phone people.
Oh yeah,
absolutely
have to be.
All right. When we come back, we're gonna have Bill's Thrills, cool parenting tips Thursday. That's
Shape, you
next.
sticking around?
I am. I got stuff I got to get done.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
All right.
I'm rolling out today.
I don't
Well,
believe it.
Schaefer, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Cool parenting tips is next. An early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nevco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Summertime is here. It's time to get to Brown's Shoe Fit for their May sandal sale. From now through May 31st, get $15 off all regular price sandals. Whether it's for hiking, for the lake, or just everyday sandals, Brown's has you covered. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your summer off right with the May sandal sale at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze, an afternoon high near 69. Tonight, mainly clear skies with light winds, low around 44. And tomorrow, a chance of showers and storms, otherwise mainly cloudy and breezy with the high around 66. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleckner for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
On the block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
The goal for those coming on the road, let's go get that first one. And then here's what'll happen. There'll be you'll kind of be lackadaisical. Instead of keeping that energy, why not two? Instead of keeping that energy, you'll probably see just a little bit more ease of play. Because in the psyche, we did what we came to do.
Every weekday from 3 to 5 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This,
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in a second. Before that, quick plug for the Mid-America Speakers Bureau, which you're a big part of, Bill.
Yes, I am, and very fortunate to be a big part of. Like they have it's kind of like a when you want to get into kind of an exclusive club or group. It's kind of one of those
Like Hillcrest.
that like the Tyler runs. And yes, it's amazing. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry, I got too wound up on things.
Well, they went from 7 speakers a couple years ago to now over 80 speakers, and it's not just anybody. You have to be qualified. It take almost a year of vetting possibly to get into.
Oh,
the speakers.
At least. I remember the first time I talked to Tyler, I'm like, "Hey, we'll do the speaking thing." He just kind of laughed at me, like, "That's not how it works." We got
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler Carlson.
What's his last name?
Yes,
Carlson.
Carlson out of Central City, which is in the central part of the state, in case you're wondering.
Central.
Yes, and so he's at the hub of everything. His dad is the one who created this business. Tyler has taken it over. But here's what you need to know about it. People out there are constantly wanting speakers, and they want to know, where do I turn to? And so it's like I said, it's just random people. I don't know. I heard so-and-so. What about this? Well, what are you looking for in a speaker? So you deal directly with Tyler. And so you talk to him. I say you can reach him very easily. Talk to him on the phone. Here's what we're looking for. Do you have a budget? Yes, we do. This is what our budget is. Okay, here's the person that falls in. And here's some options that do that exact speech that you're looking for that are somewhat local that can get to you wherever you're at. And he has things booked around the country too. It's not just in a 300-mile radius.
No.
But he has someone that can reach out to him. So it's what's it all about all the time? Service. And that's what Tyler does is he services. And then that allows everyone to be able to get the speaker that they want. And then also, again, if you want to work with them and try to be part of the Speakers Bureau, obviously he is willing to do that also. That's why they went from 7 to over 80, and they fit every bill.
If you want to be part of this, Mid-America SB, Speakers Bureau, Mid-America SB BillsThrills.com. Learn more today. It is
Website's incredible.
It is time for a Thursday edition of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Thrills. Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Trados, the grain marketing crop insurance experts. You got their website at gotrados.com. GOTREDAS.com. Cool parenting tips Thursday. What's on your mind today, Bill?
On the mind for what's coming up. The 3-day, because of the freeway. The 3-day because of the freeway. Those who fought for our freedom.
Oh, beautiful.
We've got Memorial Day coming up. And if you can teach your kids something incredibly important, and I don't know if I did a good enough job as youth to understand the magnitude of the day, because it's incredible. And so a couple little facts here. This started in 1865. It was started after the Civil War, 620,000 lives lost. That is where this started. In 1971, an act of Congress brought in, making it official to have the Memorial Day an official day. It used to be called Decoration Day. And Decoration Day because it was the decorating of graves of the soldiers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then the last thing is flag, half staff until noon, full staff until sunrise. You know, if anybody knew that. And the reason, like I said, it's still parts of it like that's like, yeah, we got 3-day weekend. Well, why?
That's just
why?
nothing.
It's not just a 3-day weekend. There's a why to everything. And this is like I said, to teach your kids more about it. Like I said, I was through that time where it was kind of like, don't talk about it with my step grandpa Carl, because he is a Purple Heart from Normandy. Like that, he jumped off a boat and couldn't swim. They had to carry him, had to get him to land, to be in these things that he was in, to go through that. Then when you see veterans around, every time I see someone with a veteran hat on, whether it be Army, Navy, a lot of times you would see what war they were in. I heavily gravitate to the Vietnam War. About 10 years ago, if I saw someone with a Vietnam vet hat, I would always go seek them out in an airport, something, just say, thank you. And that is just a good thing to have some knowledge for your kids to understand what Memorial Day is all about. What is going on this day? It's not a 3-day weekend. It's awesome. We're going to barbecue. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Hang on. The reason we're living this life is because of what everyone else has done ahead of us. And I just love when I see someone that's a vet. And you know what it is? If you see a vet in the airport and you just simply like that, just a little tip of the hat, just like, thank you. And just keep walking there. It's like, yes. And so just so many things about it that, again, knowledge, yes. But just studying, had no idea when it started 1865. Had no idea it was 71. Did no idea it used to be called Decoration Day. And
thank you for your research.
And to have that with your kids, to understand that, to be able to pass that along of like, wow, the things that were done ahead of us. So we got to have these times. We'll be off on Monday, right?
We're off Monday.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Why? Because the people that went to war for us to be able to get that done. So I thought it was a cool.
What was the headline again?
What's up? The 3-day being the weekend because of the freeway.
Oof, that's good.
Those who fought for our freedom.
We have some response here from the text line. Marcus says 100, Bill, on that.
Otherwise, G says 100.
100.
IQ Crew says, God bless America. I make a trek to Columbus and Schuyler every year to decorate the graves of the loved ones we've lost. It's a tradition with my mom.
Thank you.
Nice.
Columbus and Schuyler.
It is.
Great area.
Sanderson says, my uncle and stepdad are both Vietnam veterans. Neither will speak about it. God bless America.
Yeah.
Sandy. That's Sandy?
That's Sanderson. Who in Columbus? Bird. Amen. He says. We didn't do that for Song of the Day, so I had to get the bird in today.
Oh, yeah.
Well, name it song.
The same as is different. Thank you, Bird.
East Lincoln West says, great Bill's Thrills today. Well done. Never forget those who gave everything. Thank you to East Lincoln West for that. Beef Tacos is, by the way, he's told me about 6 times. I'll mention now. He apologizes. He will not be at Ruhlman's in June. You want to make sure I saw that. He texted about six different times.
Reminder again. We thought worlds were going to collide.
Maybe in
July.
July.
And we're going to meet together for a photo op.
Potentially in July.
Yeah.
He says, amen, Bill. Honor the greatest generation and beyond. Willie says, thank you, Bill. Much thanks to our veterans. And Big B, amen. I had an uncle who stormed Omaha Beach.
Whoa.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
There you go. That's Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Trados. Go Trados.com. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with the spillover on early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Hamann Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Hamann Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Get on island time with Westgate Bank's Festival of Free. Stop by any Westgate Bank location in Lincoln and Omaha on Friday, May 30th to open your new completely free checking account. Get a free gift, enjoy free food and fun. While you're here, register to win a 22-inch Blackstone griddle. One prize will be given away at each location. That's Friday, May 30th at Westgate Bank. Visit westgate.bank for details. Westgate Bank, member FDIC. Need not be a customer to enter. 1 entry per person.
Welcome summer with Red, White, and Barbecue. Hog Wild will be open this Memorial Day from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., serving up our award-winning barbecue. Pick up a slab of slow-smoked ribs or a family pack loaded with your favorite choice of meats and sides, complete with buns and our famous barbecue sauce. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends and let Hog Wild do the cooking. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Racing Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love tonight.
Chicken.
Game 2 in the Western Conference Finals. T-Wolves Thunder, 7:30
That's
on
tonight?
ESPN. That is tonight, yes.
Oh.
Tonight.
No chance I missed that.
Okay.
Will it be a better game than Game 1?
Yes.
We expect at
I
least
don't
the
know. I
T-Wolves
don't
to
know.
be
I don't
competitive. They led at halftime against the Thunder
Right.
and had a horrible second half. We got spoiled by an incredible game last night with Pacers-Knicks.
I just think that series, Pacers-Knicks, is going to be much better than Minnesota and Oklahoma City. The teams are more interesting series. I know SGA is the MVP.
He's a stud.
And Oklahoma City was the best regular season team, and it has a great fan base. And Minneapolis will be hot. It'll be hot. Ant's got a. I heard Ant talking yesterday. He only took 13 shots in the first game. He's going to be more active offensively. I don't know. It'll be good. You're not. There's no chance you're missing that. No chance you're missing that.
There might be a chance. There might be. May push
Second half.
May push the envelope a little bit there.
I will.
Second half.
Yeah.
Second half. I will have.
It might be. I wonder if it'll still be a game at half.
Really, the time to watch really is mid third quarter.
I've picked that up from you.
About 9:15 or
The other
so.
thing that came up yesterday in the game is that Brunson goes out with his 5th foul, and they go on like a 12-0 run without him. And that's when the whole thing just went. And so it's like their best scorers on the bench, and they go on this run. They go up 17 or 18.
Weird.
That's why I came. I'm just, you know what? I'm happy that for some reason that the game was still on, and I like
whoa. We had almost the exact
parallel
same
lives.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing, I'm gonna tell you, if I woke up this morning, Ben, what happened?
Oh, I would.
And I would have missed the shot that bounced straight up in the air, and all the things that went on. I'd have been just not happy.
I would have been. It would basically lock down that I've lost my mind.
Yes, it would. Agreed.
What? Like what? That game was over. Text from Bill Moose.
Okay, that's a name drop.
We want to break news?
No, it's not breaking news necessarily.
Well, it's still Bill Moose. Still Bill Moose.
He said we should talk.
Yeah.
What's your breaking news for Bill Moose? Nebraska's former AD.
What's he doing? Has Trev text you?
He won't. I don't think Bill will mind me saying no. No, hard no.
Trev has not texted you.
No. Bill Moose.
Highhorst.
He's writing a book, Bill Moose. He's writing a book, and it's going to be an interesting book. I can tell you that. I can tell you that we'll be talking a lot about what's in the book.
Oh, nice.
We'll have days of, because it's not all stuff that you know. Publisher secured, according to Bill, and book due out at end of July. And we'll see on that. But I'm going to
send you a signed copy.
Will copies be sent to us? I'm excited to read this.
You should be excited.
Is he writing this on the ranch?
Yes. I've seen his setup. It's a great setup for him. And Bill's a good writer. That's the other thing about Bill's interesting to me, because he is a very good writer. And he had a very interesting run. Think of where he was an AD, how long he was an AD. Montana, Oregon, Washington State, Nebraska.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I mean, people criticize him. And I always say to them, well, he was good enough to be an AD at 4 different schools. So he's doing something right. He's very
I wonder, the first question I would ask him is, if he went back to happiness, just happy. My hypothesis is he'll say his happiest time was at Montana.
I wonder.
We're in Montana, we're in Missoula. He fits Missoula. Also, B would be that
it might be Washington State with Leach.
Could be. That could be.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, I guarantee you he loved it. I always go back.
Oh, you're right.
When I go back, what was it like coaching at Northern Arizona? Incredible. Our coaching staff was ridiculous, the people that were on it. And we were young coaches, didn't know better. We weren't all worried. We weren't freaking out. There wasn't social media. We hung out together. We went and golfed together. And then all that went away as we all advanced up. And all of a sudden, that's when the no fun league starts a little bit. It's like when winning became a relief and not a joy. It became a risk. When you're playing a team that you're supposed to beat, and it's like, and you beat them, it's just, all right, let's get to tomorrow. Get to Sunday. Here
Montana or Washington State is my guess. Yeah. I don't know. He's never framed it up to me in those terms. We've talked a lot.
But I bet his time at Montana was incredible. I bet he enjoyed that time, because Missoula is a sweet, sweet town.
It is. Now he does have great stories of Leach. I mean, he would have to have meetings.
The Key West encounter.
I heard the whole story was on. I think it was on. My question wasn't on this show. I wasn't on the show. They talked about how Leach rode his bike over for the interview. Didn't he ride his bike over to
Key West?
And he rode his bike, had some cargo shorts on. Yeah. And a cup of coffee or something.
He would never have meetings with Leach, and Bill wouldn't have meetings with Leach in Bill's office. He said no. He would always say, no, I'll come over to yours. That way he could leave, because Leach doesn't leave. He just keeps talking. So Bill would always say, no, I'll come over to your office. But Leach taught himself how to speak Spanish by walking across the garbanzo field to practice every day. He just walked to practice and listened to Hooked on. Not Hooked on Fox. What is it, Jake? Come on.
There's no R, right?
Yeah, whatever. A tape that taught you how to speak Spanish. But anyway, he's writing a book, and I'm telling you, it'll be newsworthy here. I'm telling you, it'll be newsworthy.
God, that'll be
late July.
What a great time to have it.
We'll see on late July.
It
just seems like that's pretty fast.
If we could get it by July 20th, we'd love it.
We forgot to mention during the show, we'll wrap up this, RIP to Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, age 65, passed away.
Owner.
Yeah, Colts owner, Jim Irsay, passed away yesterday at age 65. That was just surprising news yesterday. We didn't hear he's in poor health. I mean, we knew he was never in great health, but not in poor health recently.
He's had health issues.
Yes. But never once thought, like I said, there wasn't like, hey, this FYI with everyone. Same thing with Norm Peterson.
Yeah.
That had no idea that George Wendt was there was no story.
George Wendt.
Yes. They had no idea that all of a sudden just gone. I watched a bunch of entries from him coming into the bar the other day.
There's some of the best one-liners that are ever said in TV. When
When
Norm, and I mean
when
it
he
was
sits down.
One time
when
a
he
baby said Norm, right?
Yeah,
You saw
the
that
baby
one?
said Norm. That was the one I
Baby
watched the other day. It was Fraser's baby.
Yes.
The baby's first words he said was Norm. He goes, Lilith said, "He'll never learn how to talk in this environment."
She
Norm.
says Norm right away.
He walks in. My favorite one is he comes rolling in like that and saying like that. How's it going, Norm? I thought it's a dog eat dog world out there, and I'm wearing milk bone underwear.
That became a famous phrase.
That's a t-shirt.
Yes.
That's a t-shirt. Yes, it is.
So R.I.P. to Jim Irsay, age 65. And, of course, again to George Wendt, age 77, Norm from Cheers.
All right, we doing a show tomorrow?
We're here tomorrow for Friday.
Friday.
A full week of shows.
The duration.
Why are we not doing the show on Monday?
For those who served.
For those who served.
Memorial Day.
The 3 days.
Why? That's why.
That's it for us. The Drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented